Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
Yeah. You know the deal. We back again. Yo. A round of applause for Jersey's finest. A lot of content creators not worthy, but they minus. They get offended and start singing like the whiners. Talking like they tough, but it's only screaming and whining. My homie Jusdu is the cat you don't come to. Your squad get run through. By the time you come to, you duck food. You suckers talk tough on the internet, revealing all your threats. Now we got you trapped in the net. Jusdu be on this grind, y'all better hustle up. You deadlifted 90 pounds, we doing muscle ups. There's really no comparison. His voice sound like a derringer. Throwing a towel, it's just embarrassing. My dog just very philosophical and psychological, and he mixed it all with good boxing news. These YouTubers feel like Bishop, I guess they got the juice, but it's lonely at the top to just to feel like child abuse. Be respectful, he don't want to talk wild and loose. If you can't relate, you get dismissed like a mild dispute. These weird cats will tell lies that they hide the truth. Why beyond views? You lose your life when you collide with dude. It's Jusdueboxing. All you cowards quit jocking. Kirk is official with no other options. Yeah, yo. You know the deal. Judah Ben, we in the spot. Jusdueboxing, yeah. And of course, shout out to Mrs. Do, holding the whole family down. Word 'em up, word 'em up.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the fam. We back. We doing double duty today. We're gonna build on this good boxing. How y'all know we always do. How y'all feeling? Salute to the fam on this good Monday. You know, it's always a lot of boxing going on, man. Good weekend in boxing. Like I said earlier, I had some fun this weekend. I had a lot of laughs. I almost lost my damn voice. Screaming at the Oshaki decision, man. It was rough. But we gonna build on some more stuff, man. You know, it's been a lot of takeaways from this Saturday, but we're gonna talk about it. We don't stay stuck on any one fight. Once the business is done, it's done. It's over with. It's on to the next. Let me say what's up to the fam real quick. BN Boxing News, my guy. What's good with it, bro? Ace, all love, family. Shakur mother called Leon Muhammad a bum. She over here saying her son not ready for tank. Yeah, you know, emotions run high. That's her baby boy. I get it. You know, Lonnie Lee, JBT family in the building. Lisa Smith, how you feeling, Queen? Good to see you as always. Melanie Queen, peace to you. How you feeling today? Thrill Hill, my guy. Al Booger, back in the building. You know it. Yeah, that shock decision. That almost caused me to lose my voice. Trey Scales, what it do, family? Back in the building. Yeah, I almost lost my voice on the Oshaki joint. Damn sure did. I was mad as hell. I was like cursing and everything. Like, I can't believe y'all just did that in real time. They did that in real time. Like, the punch stats real quick, just to talk about that. Like, I had the punch stats. I had meant to pull them up before, but I don't know if y'all really could see that. And I meant to make it bigger, but this dude really landed 11% of his punches. 11%. I think he landed more against Shakur, respectfully. You get what I'm saying? I think he landed more against Shakur. Shakur fought him right in the pocket and was beating him up, but took more chances. I think he landed more shots against Shakur, bro. And that's saying something. You get what I'm trying to say? There's no scenario where he win. I don't care what they trying to say. I'm not buying that. Not about to tell me I'm slow. Like, I ain't just see this man handily, comfortably just beat him. Like, it wasn't the most offense, but since when have we stuck on people in offense? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's more. That's one part of the scoring criteria. We get it. It's a big part. But again, it's a lot of other stuff that these fighters be having to do in there to be successful. And it's not all just throwing punches. That's why I call myself a student of the game. That's exactly why I look at myself as that. Because you just don't know it all. And the more you study this game, the more you try to understand it, the less you find yourself being bored with it because you understand the little nuances. So when punches ain't being thrown, you might be able to understand what he's doing. Is he setting the trap? You get what I'm saying? Is he jogging for position? You get what I'm saying? Like, what is he doing? Like, it's tough, man. They booed those Shockey Foster fight with Keysahwn for like 10 rounds straight, y'all. No exaggeration. Like 10 rounds straight, they booed. I was like, yo, what the hell, bro? Boxing fans are tough, yo. We tough, man. It is the hurt business, but the boxing fans are tough, bro. Like, they tough, yo. You gotta look like Superman in there or something, or people just, they just don't understand it. If you're not getting knockouts, like, the people just don't appreciate the sweet science. I'm gonna say it, man. The world is turning into one big casual mindset. I don't hear no appreciation for no more like boxing matches. Like, well, he didn't knock him out. Well, he said he was gonna do this, and he didn't knock him out, man. So what? There's these fighters supposed to talk and sell themselves, man. But we ain't supposed to buy what they selling if it ain't what they, you know what I mean? If it ain't that, it's like the finesse of boxing no longer exists. It don't. Lisa, it don't. Gianni, what's good with it, fam? Straight Jab Crew, what's good, family? How you feeling? How you did, man? I missed it, man. I was tied up all yesterday. I didn't even get to jump on at all, but that's why I'm doubling up today. But yeah, the sweet signs, man. I'm sorry. I'm saying it, and it's like every time, it's every fight, they say the same thing. I mean, look, I'll go a step further. I look, Tio, don't give me this shit. This is how I know people just be talking. Teofimo threw more punches, I think, in his last fight than he ever did in his career. He landed more punches for sure in that fight than he ever did in his career. I think he landed 300 and some punches. People still said he looked terrible, and he won every round. Every round. Like, I can't do it, yo. I'm no longer interested in what most people think about boxing. I no longer, like, I used to be I'm just so willing to hear the different perspectives and takes. Not after Saturday, I'm cool. I don't even need to hear what nobody else think. I don't even need to hear it, yo. Like, people don't know what they satisfied with. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, when you had Wilder going in there knocking everybody out, they complained about that and they said he couldn't box. And you got a guy that can box and coming forward, stepping out his comfort zone, trying to make the fight entertaining, and they still say, yeah, he ain't do enough. The man literally put himself in harm's way for the majority of the fight to try to make a statement. Nobody's seen that. Most people didn't see that. They like, nah, rock'em sock'em robots. Nah, you didn't get your head knocked off in there, man. I need to see it. Yeah, I need to see him get his head knocked off to feel like he fighting. Like, he ain't fighting. He ain't taking enough chances. Man, maybe the guy in front of him ain't good enough. Maybe that's exactly why we don't need to see Shakur Stevenson in there with what they call Artem. What I'm just going off what the people saying. This C-level guy. Maybe we don't need to see him in there with no more of them type of dudes. How about that? You get what I'm saying? How about that? Just simply put him in there with somebody better, and then we get a better result. You know what I mean? Simple and plain to me. Jordan Smith, my guy, was good with it. Nobody appreciates that sweet science, man. You go out there and hit and not get hit. And because you ain't land 80 punches around, you throw 100 punches around, you all of a sudden you didn't do enough. Like, get the hell out of here. Shockey did way more than enough, bro. He did more than enough. Keysahwn was in there with that same shit he always bring, slapping in some more shit. He ain't fighting with no real sense of urgency. He was losing. Dude ain't do nothing different, man, but get outboxed. Man, that's just a boxing lesson. Sometimes the fights are going to be those. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes a fight is going to be a boxing lesson. That's what Shockey gave us. There's no appreciation for it. We like, I mean, this fight was terrible. I can't believe it. Like, what? Man, the fight wasn't terrible. Was it action-packed? No, but since when do we like have such disregard for fights that don't lead to drag-out brawls? You get what I'm saying? Every fight ain't going to be like the fight he had with Rocky Hernandez. Come on, man. That was a special performance right there. He shouldn't have to do that every time to prove to people that he just went and won. Man, face clean as hell. And Stacey, I know he lost, man. He got beat up, man. I don't care what he doing. He called him a vape. I hate the internet. I hate the internet. He said he called him a vape store owner. Oh man, that's crazy. I like to have fun with it, so that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, that's definitely funny. Or them C plus B minus to me. Yeah, something like that. And I ain't saying they wrong when they say Al Booger. Let me be clear too. I ain't saying they all totally, far off base, right? Rate them however you see fit. But what I'm saying is just put a guy like him in there with better opposition. Let's see what happened. You get what I'm saying? Let's see what happened. No more of these guys. No more of these. Like for real. Like when you my bad, y'all. Something that had distracted me for a second. Oh yeah, man. When you A-level and you at least proving that, you deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Hen Dog was good with it, bro. Yeah. Right. That was funny. I ain't gonna lie. Vape store owner is crazy. The internet is relentless, bro. Oh man, let me chill. All right, I'm back, yeah. But yeah, man, all things real, man. Shockey should have got that win. He deserved it. He landed more punches. He checked the boxes of the scoring criteria. He made sure that he didn't take a lot of punishment. He didn't get hit a lot. This was one of his cleanest performances, bro. This is one of his cleanest performances when he just came off a performance where people were saying he was getting touched a little bit. So then what he does is he want to showcase and show people that, hey, you know what? I can go out here and I can do this same job without getting hit. You know what I'm saying? I can do this same job pretty much without getting hit. Y'all want to see? And then based on how they judged him, nope, we don't want to see that, Shockey. We want to see you fight to the death like you did against Rocky Hernandez and a fight that they was about to take from him too. I'm tired of boxing, bro. Top rank, y'all bogus. Y'all bogus as hell. Y'all bogus. I think Shockey got one more fight left on his contract too, and y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already know what time it is. It's so real how wild boxing is. You don't even got to get to the Shakur part of the situation. You can focus just thoroughly on Shockey Foster, and he's over there on Top Rank. They definitely stuck it to him. I don't know whose idea it was, but that clearly was let's take this one from him. Like, man, get them judges the hell out of boxing. Keysahwn, you the fighter, he can't control that. But get your team need to get the hell up out of boxing if they really celebrating a gift, because you did not earn it. Respectfully, I like Keysahwn. I thought he was gonna put up a good fight, but hey, man, he didn't win. And to be giving a guy a win like that, it's tough, man. Salute to Melanie Queen. Appreciate you, Queen. I'm gonna make sure I play the video in a second. Salute to my guy Big Dog Willie in the super chat, man. They said David Benavidez's last fight was boring because he didn't KO the big Russian dude. These fans want every fight to be like Mortal Kombat game. I'm starting to realize something. And look, I get it, bro. I get it. You just want to see a guy. You want to see him step on the gas and, press it a little bit more. There's nothing wrong with that. But to sit here and have an assessment like he just went out there and struggled is crazy. All this, I'm tired of hearing who not ready for who. I don't want to hear that shit no more. Can just make the fight. Damn, yo. You done fought too many other guys that if Shakur ain't ready after 22 fights, was Frank Martin ready with 18? Was Rolly ready with 14? Like, I'm tired of this shit. What are we doing? What are we talking about? not ready. If he ain't ready, then so be it. Then he get knocked out like the most of the rest of them. That's it. But at least make the fight. Make the fight, not excuses not to make a fight. What the hell we doing? He ain't ready. Yeah, the 3 division, former unified champion ain't ready. The former silver medalist ain't ready. But that guy with 18 fights, yeah, he was ready. Shut up. Shut the hell up, man. Tank they taking on all comers. Remember, it's heads on sticks. Everybody can get it, right? 6, 7 fights. That's a lot of people. Why not include the one with the best defense in boxing? Man, I ain't trying to hear this shit no more. All this, he ain't ready. He ain't ready. Well, let him get knocked out like the rest of them. That's what I want to see. And that's my guy. If he ain't ready, then so be it. But I ain't never pushing no conversation talking about he not ready. What are we basing it on? Throwing punches? Power? You sound like some fucking casuals, man. I'm serious. Dudes really go out there and win every round of a fight. And because of, maybe offensive output, that mean he ain't ready? I don't get it. I don't know. I don't understand. This shit ain't making sense to me. All these other dudes ready, but he ain't. Man, that sound like some bullshit to me, yo. Why are we making excuses for why that fight ain't happening? And look, I get it. It's a ways off anyway, we being realistic, but I'm tired of the mental roadblocks. Yeah, fight X, Y, and Z. Rematch De Los Santos. Yeah, fight Pitbull Cruz. Santa Cruz better than him. You know what I mean? Fight this one. Fight Williams Zepeda. Fight the people that's turning you down. Shut up. Are y'all paying attention? These dudes really saying no to fights. Some of the same people y'all saying for him to fight. I ain't saying they shouldn't revisit them situations, but let's stop ignoring the facts. These dudes are talking about no when it's time to fight. I'm sick of this Williams Zepeda shit. Can they please make that fight? On to the next, because it ain't going to be Tank, but my energy is just for them people that keep saying he ain't ready. Well, so what? Then you lose, because he ain't going to be at 35 forever. When we going to try to make that fight? 3 years from now? What are y'all doing, man? I hate that shit. He ain't ready. Yeah, well, prove it. That's all. So what? If he don't win, he don't win. We still win as fans. We get the fight that we wanted to see. You finally get a definitive answer as to who the best one, and people can just go on about their lives. It's just boxing, bro. But let's not make excuses why great fights shouldn't happen. Make that shit and let him figure out if he's ready or not. But there's no conversation that nobody can paint to me that I'm going to be like, yeah, you right. Yeah, he ain't ready. When he going to be ready? When he going to be ready? Because this coach, salute to Coach Kenny. That's my guy. I'll be chopping it up with them. Shout out to the Rise family. He said that was the best Shakur you going to see. If there's any truth to that, then what are we waiting for? You might as well get him out the way now. You know what I'm saying?
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your Jusdueboxing.
Get his ass, just get him out the way. I'm tired of it. And I support all the boxing, so I ain't trying to hear nothing. Favorite or not, make the fight. I ain't never given no bias take ever. I ain't never done it. Make the fight. I ain't making no excuse. Yeah, this guy ain't ready over here. Yeah. There's no fighter, none. And I mean this shit. Name me the fighter that's going to prepare him for Tank Davis. Because the last time I checked, it's only one Tank Davis in boxing. And you just going to have to prepare to have the best fight of your life, because that's what you're going to need to beat him. That's how I feel. Because he that type of fighter to me. There's no one individual fight that's going to prepare you for that. There's no Tank Davis. There's nobody that's going to emulate, replicate, duplicate, none of that shit. Nobody's going to fight how he fight. It's just him. So you either you be ready or you lose. Simple. And you move on. And you live with the fact that man was better than you. But that's boxing. People win, people lose. End of discussion. These emotional attachments is blowing me. I don't give a damn about no win or no loss. I'll be right here laughing right with y'all, man. I'm telling you. My favorite fighter done lost before. You get what I'm saying? I done had a favorite fighter lose. That shit is nothing new. I still want to see the fights. Let's make all these fights. Everything boxing. What's good, family? How you feeling? Salute to my bro Al Booger, gifting the membership.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your Jusdueboxing.
Salute to you and peace to the Queen. Raina becoming a channel member. Much love, much appreciation to the Queen.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your Jusdueboxing.
Salute to the family. Mark West, what's good with it? You feel me, ETB, man? Listen, man, my shit is I'm very consistent with my message. Make the fights, not excuses why good fights shouldn't happen. Hey, man, ain't no getting you ready. You either be ready, man. That's one of them fights. I'm sorry. It's as real as I could call it. That dude is a serious problem. I know this. We all know this. We seen it 30 times. We seen it. 28 ended early. We get it. But how you gonna prove if you the best if you ain't willing to get in there? I don't care how many knockouts he got. I don't care how many people he beat up. I want to see that one. Can you beat that one up? Because dude to barely get a lick on him. I just watched him fight 12 rounds right into somebody's face and barely was getting hit. I just watched it. So you damn right. I want to see if he can take that type of defense in there against that offense that Tank bringing and beat him. Or make it out the fight or whatever. I want to see the fight. Skill versus skill. Let's see that shit. I don't get where people getting off there. And again, unless I'm missing that this special opponent that's at 135, there's no one guy getting you ready for that fight. Unless I'm tripping, there's no one guy. What do you need? 5 more? How many more fights he need? 10? Like, let me know. How many more fights do we need for that to be a good fight? Like, how many more performances? Let me know. I need to know. Man, smoke his ass. If he easy work, smoke him. If he easy work, smoke him. If he a mirage, he not really it, smoke his ass. And I want to see it so I could have a different assessment. Now, when I come back to the table, I got to rethink it. You know what I mean? Approach some stuff differently. You know what I mean? But still in all, you lose to that guy. Ain't no shame in that shit neither. You know what I'm saying? But I still want to see this fight. You know what I mean? Hilltop, what's good with it, family? How you feeling, bro? Yeah, I got to get it out today. Aisha, peace to the queen. How you feeling today? Mark Chamberlain will be a good fighter for Shakur too. Mark getting a lot of hype. Yeah, he got a fight coming up. Mark Chamberlain. Who's he fighting? Man, y'all got to help me out. Who's Mark Chamberlain fighting? He fighting somebody. He got a fight coming up. K. Causey, what's good with it? Samuel, what it do, fan? How you feeling? Fans ruin the sport of box because now promoters and networks work off the talks of casual fans. You see it. You see it happening, bro. You see it, and it's watering it down. It's like, damn, man, everybody can't show greatness in the same package, if that makes sense to y'all. You get what I'm saying? Everybody got to do them and what works for them. I just can't continue to dim a person's light because it don't look like what you got, how you got it in your head, or you. I don't know what land people living in, but I don't know, man. You can really go out there. I'm seeing guys damn near pitch shutouts. We seen this shit in back-to-back fights. I ain't even talking about one fight. We seen this shit in the co-main. We seen it in the co-main. Talking about booing, like I said, they booed for 10 rounds straight. Weird-ass fans. Yeah, I'm saying it. Weird-ass fans booing that while this dude clearly showing you that he right there with this guy, not getting hit and outboxing him. They booing. I'm like, what the hell wrong with y'all? That's because y'all don't know what y'all watching. I'm tired of all that. I watch boxing shit. Yeah, you watch it, but do you understand it? Do you really study it? Do you really break it down? Do you really fully understand what you're watching? Because I don't think people do. Yeah, he wasn't doing this. He wasn't doing that. Man, that good win for Shockey that they took from him, man. That was a clean performance. It's like if you ain't in there getting your head busted to the white meat, they think you ain't doing shit in there. That man was working in there, and they took it from him. And he gave us 12 real rounds, and they took it from him. Took it from him and told us that we didn't just see him win. That's what they saying. We didn't just see him win. That's what the judge is telling us. We didn't just watch Shockey Foster box, you know what I mean, Keysahwn head off for 12 rounds. It's pretty much what happened. 12 rounds of it, man. LJ, what's good with it? Yeah, I mean, the haters, LJ, ain't never going to really give Tank or any boxer that they hate on their credit. You know what I mean? But I always focus on the real ones. The real ones understand that the man has taken his challenges through the years, right? But we understand there's some more challenges that you want to see him in. And that's boxing for you. You know what I mean? Yeah, make the fight. The winner get credit, shit. The loser get credit. Make the fight. Those are fights that need to be made. Put everything on the line, man. Your reputation, your record, everything you work for is no higher stakes than the Tank Davis fight. And reason I say that because he's all of these dudes' biggest fight, not the other way around. So I can understand anybody wanting to fight him. And if you a top guy, fight. You know what I'm saying? But until then, which we know that ain't gonna happen. Aisha always on point. I got you. Boom. Yes, he did. He did say it. So look, I like it. I like the fight, Aisha. I'm right with you. Now that was just I had to go on that little spiel because of that's for the people that say Shakur ain't ready. People don't say that shit for nobody else, and they fight just fine. And the fight get done, and he win and he go on, people just move on. All I'm saying is don't say a guy ain't ready. You know what I mean? Just make the fight. Just because the rest of these dudes ain't gonna cut it. You know what I'm saying? These Hartunians ain't gonna cut it. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna do it. But yeah, I like it, man. I'm mad that they said no initially. Jay Allen, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? But yeah, it's nobody. That's a great point on both sides. That's a great point, Jay. That's a great point. PGH big dog in the building. Salute to the Queen Rain. Appreciate you, Queen. Yeah, it's nobody. It's nobody that's gonna truly prepare them for each other because nobody fights. There's nobody at 135 that fights quite like Shakur, in my opinion. Maybe you can get some similar looks with a Lomachenko, possibly. Maybe that's why they're going in that direction. But people acting like all that, trying to make it seem like he's no threat whatsoever. I can't support that train of thought. I can't do that. Because if he was no threat at all, he would be at the front of the list, not the back. That's just using logic. That's using common sense. He would be one of the first guys. Get him out the way fast. You get what I'm saying? I'm not even about this. I don't care who people think of win or lose. I say this all the time. I'm not even there yet. I'm just not going to sit here and make it seem like he's not a threat. That's what people want me to talk like. Yeah, he ain't no way in hell. Nah, bro. I ain't doing that. I done seen that. I done had that train of thought before in my life and been wrong. I done seen people share that same train of thought in recent fights, as recent as this year, multiple, saying, no, there ain't no way this will happen. And then it happens. So all I'm saying is don't dismiss a guy with that kind of talent. Look where we at in boxing, where you taking a guy like him. I don't care how you feel about him. Take your feelings and emotions out of how you feel about how he fight, how he look. We talk about talent and skill. How in the hell are you telling me you don't put that talent and skill in the ring against a Tank Davis? How? How do you create any narrative or talking point where those two dudes are not matched together? It doesn't make sense. It just don't make sense to me. That's all I'm saying, man. But we gonna move past that. Big Dog Willie, appreciate you becoming a member, channel member. Much love, much appreciation, family. We getting closer to our membership goal, man. Much love to all the channel members.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Man, much love, man. Salute to you, Big Dog. Always supporting the grind, man. He said, Shig Tank Standard is very entertaining. Shakur, good fighter, but style got crowds sleeping and walking out. Look, that's cool, man. People getting up to leave a fight, it wouldn't be the first time it happened, bro. Again, I could go a little bit more in depth with that because I was there, but I ain't got to try to justify it. Look, at the end of the day, that shit don't have nothing to do with the talent in the ring. That's just the boxing world for you. Everybody not going to be pleased by his style. You get what I'm saying? And just to highlight that, where's a little clip? I got a little short clip from Teddy Atlas, man. He said something that made good sense, and not too many times that I reference things that he said. But in this instant, I think he was kind of on point with what he said.
He's got to keep winning, and he's got to fight the best guys because people will tolerate that style, even if that's not their forte, even though if that's not what they like the best. Everyone has different flavors, different things they like, but they will deal with it if you're fighting the best guys and you're winning.
Now, you see what he said real quick, just to hit on what he's saying, like, that makes perfect sense. I think part of the problem is this is part of it, right? Just follow me. You see what he's saying. I think that's part of the problem there is one thing to have this type of performance. But again, the problem, I think, is the optics and people feeling like they know what level Artem is at. And they feel like based on where he's at and where Shakur at, he's got to stop that guy. So that's the risk that you run when you get in there with talent that's less than what you are. And I'm saying one of the only ways for him to get the appreciation for his kind of style is if he's doing that, but again, against high level guys. It makes perfect sense. It's more tolerable when it's a better opponent, better name, as opposed to somebody that you don't really care for. Name don't really resonate with you, like a Artem Haratunian. You don't care. You like who? You know what I mean? We know he fought Frank Martin, but before that, did you know him? So it's like it's one of them. So his style is going to be more difficult, I think, to appreciate the lesser the opposition is. And I just think that's what it is. It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. They don't appreciate it, man. And again, if you're doing this against top level guys, I think it makes a lot more sense. You know what I'm saying? I think it works a lot better. It works a lot better for you. You get what I'm saying? So, because it's a lot less to complain about. Again, you leave the door wide open when you fighting a less than top level guy, and you go out there and don't do what the expectation is, right? For you to stop him. People say, oh, you said you was gonna knock him out, you didn't do it. So I get it. Not even going. I understand the criticism. Oh, he said it and didn't deliver it. Cool. But again, if you in there with a guy that's of your skill level and you're winning the way you typically win, then maybe people have more of appreciation because you're actually testing yourself against guys that they feel like can beat you. When it's a less than guy and then you're not getting them out of there, there's that back door wide open for the criticism to say, look, man, you ain't get rid of this C-level this. And the fact of the matter is, if we being all the way 100, he at the point where he shouldn't have to be in the ring with no damn C-level opponents at all. I don't care which we're at, whether it's B plus, A. No way, no how should at this point should he have to ever fight Artem again in his career. Ever. It should never happen, bro. Salute the big dog, Willie gifting the 5 memberships, man. That's love. Salute to my guy. Appreciate you holding me down, supporting the grind.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just.
Salute to my guy, big dog, Willie. There's no denying it, man. Forever G's was good, Crazy K was good. Yeah, he did his thing. I understand the he said you gotta land punches. I don't know which fight you talking about. Josh Padley is Mark Chamberlain next fight. I thought it was somebody else. Thought it was more of a notable name. Much love to my guy, big dog Willie. Bole was good with it. Stretched out boxing in the building. Pardon me, I miss my guy. He said that was cool how they did. It was shocked. That was foul. Yeah, man. I felt it for him, man. They had my man about to shed tears in there, bro. Like, and I put up the punch stats. That man landed 11% of his punches, and I had to use Shakur as an example. I think he landed a slightly higher percentage against Shakur. You get what I'm saying? That's how clean Shock was on the night against this dude. Now, I get it. Like, people just be stuck on how much offense they expect to see. Every fight ain't going to look the same. He brought the necessary tools for the job, and he got it done. Swam without getting wet. People didn't appreciate it, and I don't know. I think Top Rank gave him a Top Rank special. Top Rank special.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just.
Teach was good with it, bro. Yeah. I was live earlier, man. I had to double up today. Dean, my God. Yeah, I see how fast they switched up because they ain't real boxing fans. They boxer fans, you know. Mr. M Pride, what it do, my guy? 704 Joe in the building. Chris was good, family. The level of separation. Yeah, I think that's what he showed. I feel like as long as he showed that, I'm not crying about offense all night. Maybe when you compare performances, will that beat X, Y, and Z? Will it be that guy? Well, he ain't gonna fight like that against any of the other guys, right? He gonna fight accordingly to what's in front of him. And that's what he did Saturday night. Yeah, it was a little some areas where he could have definitely slipped in there, got some more punches, some more work done, possibly forced a stoppage for sure. But I ain't about to cry over no dominant win. That everybody else can have their own thought process. I got mine. I'm not crying. I'm very consistent. I was like that with Boots and Karen. When I can't sit here and go crazy on a guy for winning every single round. Like, I just can't do it. It don't make sense to me. It just don't. My mind don't work that way. Yeah, you can critique some things, but don't forget to mention that the dude got his hand raised at the end. We forget that. I heard somebody say it's more to just winning. And I get it. You mean winning impressively? Well, everybody not going to be a pay-per-view star. So, I mean, I don't care about it. Everybody not going to be this knockout artist. A1 Hoop Zone, what's good with it, bro? Mars Dope, what's good with it? Say, who's the guy on the right? That's Williams Zepeda, bro. Jordan C, what's good with it? How you feeling? They appreciate it when he watches Zepeda. You get what I'm saying now? Think about it. If that performance was maybe put together against a Williams Zepeda, maybe it's a different reception. You get what I'm saying? But a Artem, they like, nah. Williams Zepeda may be different. Somebody else closer, they feel like that's a top guy. Maybe it's a different reception. You get what I'm saying? I think that's just where we at. I'm being all the way 100. I don't think he belong in the ring with no C-level guys, period. Point blank. He too far along in his career. I don't think he proved it all, but I think he proved that he don't belong in the ring with no C-level fighter belong in the ring with Shakur Stevenson. So if that's what we rating Artem, he don't need to be in the ring with no more Artems whatsoever. None. None. Nelson, what's good with it, fam? He said, knockout here. Salute to KO. I ain't see him. You said, Top Rank did your boy wrong, showing Stevenson's hometown, leaving the crowd. Yeah, that was intentional. That was intentional. They made it seem like they just got up in the middle of the fight. I was there. That didn't happen. Creole the Traveler, salute to my baby girl, the Queen Miss Jusdueboxing is in the building. Don't work too hard, baby girl, because I know you're working. Legacy Define, what's good, my guy? How you feeling? Kevin King in the building, what's good, huh? I had fun, man. It was a lot. My voice still kind of going in and out. Defense was shady. His defense was shady. Salute to you, fam. Listen, I can't argue what you're saying. For me, I think his defense was sharp as it always been. Artem really, that's why people was demanding more offense, because Artem just really didn't present the kind of resistance that people felt like would slow Shakur down or stop him from throwing. You know what I mean? Like, it was nothing that he was getting hit with that was make you be like, why you ain't throwing? You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, do more. Nah, there's nothing wrong with that, Kirk Douglas. I said the same thing, bro. Tim was good with it, fam. Yeah, I think he just dominated him. You know what I mean? Won every round, pretty much, except for like one. I mean, outside of that, I ain't giving Artem more than that. He just got beat, and he didn't try anything different to win. And all these people talking about all this running shit. He's changed all that and walked straight to this dude. You know what I'm saying? And Artem was the guy retreating for a while. Like I said earlier, he was in retreat mode. Tunnel vision was good with it. Talking before the fight, Boots, he put up an expectation with his own mouth. I don't care about that. Again, man, I notice that we focus heavily on what he says a lot more than what he do. Like, I don't care about what a fighter says when they selling themselves. I keep saying that, bro. Like, I'm not crucifying nobody for what he sold. This is the first time I ever heard him speak about a knockout and people acting like he trying to be another fighter that he ain't. I seen somebody say he trying to be Tank because he was walking forward to this dude. And I'm like, yo, y'all fandom for these fighters is at another level, bro. Y'all telling me can't nobody put the earmuffs on and come forward? So you never seen him do that in no other fight? Then you clearly not watching him. You know what I'm saying? He tried to make it more of a fight. He came right to him, like he said, right? All this running and moving around the ring, people said they was tired of seeing. He didn't do none of that shit. And in fact, it was Artem that was, taking the laps around the ring. You get what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say he ran, but he damn sure was in survival mode. I know what I seen. I mean, that's what I feel like I seen. I seen a dude that was surviving after a while. Salute to my guy, Creole. That's all I seen. You know what I mean? Abdullah Mason is special. Jesse Jackson. So you see the picture of Terrence Crawford sleep at the fight. Now I seen somebody try to take a picture of, like, I could do that right now. I could go play a live video and I could catch it when somebody's eyes is closed, like they sleep, and take a picture and make it look like that. I'm not into that type of shit. Like, I'm that to each his own. I'm not one of those guys. Like, I'm not into dimming a guy light, trying to make him look like he ain't shit. Look, man, fall asleep, whatever. He got the win. At the end of the day, he went out there, won how he was supposed to. He dominated the fight. It wasn't even close. Did he punish him? He ain't do it how he wanted to. He let the knockout slip, I think. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, his hand is raised. The job was done. And now you on to the next. The people, I don't know what more people are looking for. I mean, the fight is over with now. He was in the pocket looking sweet, but people don't appreciate it. Yeah, they don't. They don't. Put himself in harm's way, literally stood in front of this dude, and the same guy that gave Frank Martin all types of hell, right? Yeah, I mean, he actually came forward. He was trying to beat Frank Martin. This fight, he kind of chilled on the back foot a lot. Even when he was losing, he was chilling on the back foot. That's how I felt like he wasn't coming to win. I'm like, yeah, he just don't want to get knocked out. Them body shots was tearing his ass up. R Breezy was good with it, fam. So that's what the Haney's do. Yeah, do stuff like that, and that's why I say Top Rank sticking it to him too by trying to put emphasis on people leaving. They was trying to be funny. That's intentional as hell, bro. They couldn't get him because they knew they wasn't going to be able to get him on the scorecard, so they're going to try to get him a different way. They're going to try to make him look bad in his hometown. And now that's what you hear people saying. Like, oh, well, in his hometown, they didn't show up for him and they were booing him. And, man, they were booing Shockey for 10 rounds straight. Hometown or not, the fans are tough, bro. I mean, I don't think his fans was booing him. If y'all have seen the standing ovation that man got when he when he walked out, it'd been hard pressed to make me believe that his people wasn't there. Jay Grant was good with it, family. How you feeling? I will the corner doing that shit. If Shakur not the goods like that, say he is the favorite fighter to put their ass out of boxing. Yeah, man, fight him, put him out of it. You know what I'm saying? Beat his ass. That's what I keep saying. They keep focusing on words as opposed to what a guy do. We seen a guy fight over 20 times before Saturday. Teach, you get what I'm saying? I get it, but we seen a guy fight 20 times or more before that. You know what I'm saying? He pretty much showed you what his temperament and what kind of fighter he is. Now he did, I think, press for a knockout, but I just think he needed a little bit more work behind it. But other than that, man, I learned, Teach. I don't even care what nobody think no more. I don't even care to listen no more. I don't want nobody's opinion on nothing because it's always the same old bullshit. And I'm starting to feel like more people are casual fans disguised as diehards with a casual way of thinking. Like I done seen a million fighters promise something and it didn't happen. All of them. You get what I'm saying? I done seen it. But when it's him, it's like, yeah, well, he said he won. He also said he was going to win too. Don't forget that. You know what I mean? He said he was going to win. And he did. He said he was going to dominate. He did. It's a pity to whoop that ass. Salute to my guy, Jay Grant. Mr. and probably can't ask Stevenson to do anything else more. Artem just didn't participate. Nah, he didn't. He did his best to survive, and that's what he did. He survived. Gertz was good with it, my guy. You know. He said, who crying already just to cry? Look what happened to Vernon Forrest. You know it. I'm telling you, man, when you go out there and get your ass stretched for trying to be exciting, you know what I mean? Listen, man, we talking this shit. How'd that work out for Haney? How'd that work out for Haney? And he still stood right in there and fought him. Still couldn't do shit with him. Same dude was punching Frank Martin in his stomach, had Frank Martin hurting all types of shit, and literally had to step it up. And again, they loud as hell about Shakur Stevenson and his grandfather and the dialogue they was having. Well, Frank Martin was quiet as hell with DJ, and he clearly wasn't listening. I don't hear people putting super emphasis on that and talking about how that's going to affect him at the top level because he damn sure was in there with the same guy not listening, right? Ain't nobody talking. I'm tired of this one-sided ass shit. Y'all just seen Frank Martin not listen, sitting there quiet as hell, no dialogue, right? That's what y'all wanted Shakur to do, sit there quiet like Frank Martin and not listen because he wasn't listening for shit, and it was costing him rounds. And then when he started listening and he stepped it up, I'll give him that because he did. Core really didn't listen to his grandpa because he seen something different, obviously, and he didn't do it. So that's shame, strike on him on his behalf. He should listen to his grandfather. I think he would have got a stoppage. But again, be loud as hell. And then look, that's going in. He fresh off that going into a Tank Davis fight, not listening to his coach against Artem. So I wonder, did he listen? Was he listening to Derek James in the Tank fight? Was he listening? Let me hit Frank Martin up and ask him, was you listening in that fight? Man, I'm telling you, them double standards be crazy. That's all I'm pointing out. They all like, yeah, man, Shakur, man, he's disrespectful, man. He's arguing with his grandfather. It's not a good look. He's telling him the right stuff. He thinks he know it all. He was telling him the right stuff, but he was telling him the right stuff, though. I ain't gonna lie, he was. Grandpa wasn't wrong. Grandpa wasn't wrong at all, though, man. Grandpa wasn't wrong. My man gotta take straight. No slight to him, Queen. No slight to him, Aisha. But I'm just saying, I was just pointing out the double standard. It's no slight to Frank Martin. But you see how they do it, right? They highlighted that, and he had that kind of performance. He had his worst performance going into his biggest fight. See what I'm saying? Nobody had a problem. I don't have a problem with that. You know what I mean? I just think they seen something different, man. They get it together, man. They'd be all right. They'd be all right. And look, I'm just making, obviously I'm making a joke out of it, but on a more serious note, that dialogue, I think it was more than what we used to seeing, but it typically takes place between them. Not at that level, but I do think the stakes was on. Realistically, I do believe it was some pressure to perform and get things done. You know what I'm saying? And I think I think as the fighter, I think they had it's normal, man. That shit happens. People gonna blow it out of proportion because that's what we do. Every time we see something, we overreact. Jusdu ain't about to overreact. All right, this is the first time I seen it. That was his 22nd fight. Let's see if this is a pattern and is really an issue before I can call it an issue. And then again, I can see if when he wasn't listening, like old boy wasn't, and he was losing rounds. That wasn't the case. Yeah, he didn't get the knockout, I believe, because he didn't follow the instruction all the way through. I truly believe that. I think he could have got the knockout had he really stepped on it a little bit more, like his grandfather said, stuff like that. I really do. Setting up his jab a little bit more. I do. More body shots on both sides. Little things like that. Tay was good with it, fam. I think he could have got it for sure. But yeah, man, I think the pressure led to that moment. I think, and I could be wrong. You know what I mean? Maybe we still got to do a part 2 interview. Maybe he'll tell me something different. Maybe it could have been just what he feel like is at stake. You know what I mean? And maybe he felt like he's seen something different as opposed to what his grandfather saying. You know what I mean? That stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens. I'm not saying it's cool. I'm not saying it's not cool. But I'm saying it happens. That shit happens. But I'm not going to overreact right now. You know what I'm saying? Because he still went out there and won comfortably. So. Yeah, but I still like Frank. I still think he's a hell of a fighter. I still think him and Shakur should fight. Salute to my guy Big Dog Willie in the super chat, man. He said none of the haters saying Pitbull beat Shakur. I was saying it isn't the same Pitbull who openly said no to Shakur fight. Yeah, boxing fans, IQ is low. Yeah, they don't care. They still say it. They say it like it never happened.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
They say it like it never happened, Big Dog. They don't think that's ever happened, boy. They be like, who turned him down? When that happened? That didn't happen. When? Where was I at? I didn't see that. Yeah, he was. I think that he had a moment for real. He had a moment. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm not justifying it. I think he had a moment. People got on Martin for not listening to his corner, and people pointed out different when he listened. Yeah, I just said the same thing, but they didn't overdo it, like how they trying to make it seem like it's the biggest of issues. The thing is, it happens from time to time. The thing is it an issue? You know what I'm saying? Frank broke Artem eye socket, made him say no mas. He made him take a knee. I remember that. That could have been that. It's tough. It's tough, Creole, if it's arrogance versus him feeling like I'm physically in there and he still got this on him. Like he said it. He said he still has some pop on his punches for whatever. He said he still has something on him. You know what I'm saying? And only he's able to gauge that because he was in there. But I still do feel like what was being told to him was correct. You know what I'm saying? I do think he could have got it. I do. DJ been in time for a few fights, just. Yeah, but it don't get like magnified is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And then if I had to say like what fights, the only time I ever heard somebody even make mention of it was in an Artem fight. And even when they did, it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big deal at all. Like that's what I'm saying. It's the way they magnify it. So why Frank ain't want to fight Corey? He said he needed a little bit more oomph. You know what I mean? In that paycheck. You know what I mean? Just you're gonna talk about how Ryan's brother got KO. Oh, you know it. Terrell was good with it. How you feeling? Ronich, that's Ronich. Salute to you. He said Tank Team's Jeans had picking perfect opponents for Tank style to give us entertaining fights. It's the reason why they ain't pick certain fighters. We want to be entertained for the money we spend. That's understood. You know what I mean? That's understandable, but you still got to take on all comers. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like that'd be like a cop out because it'd be one of the the biggest threat happens to be a guy that dudes ain't come close to beating. And you at least why wouldn't you want to be the first one to beat him? You get what I'm saying? To beat the guy that nobody has even been able to hurt, let alone put together multiple rounds in a row and win it against him. Because you could be the first one to do that. You could be the first one to hurt him, drop him, knock him out, stop him, beat him. Why not be the first? You know what I'm saying? Why not be the first? And when you truly like he's entertaining no matter what fight he in, right? He can adjust to any style. This is what everybody feels. So what's the difference there? It'd be no difference because he is him, right? That's the consensus. So there's nothing that this man is going to be able to do with him. You get what I'm saying? That is even his own coach said that. You know what I mean? Own coach feel like that. Ain't nothing he could do with him. So that's all I'm saying. Why not be the first one to beat him? Ain't nothing wrong with that. If you can beat him. You know what I'm saying? And I think people will want to see it. Yeah, I think he did too, Tay. I think it was convincing. Horry Faints, my guy. What's good with it, family? How you feeling, bro? JJ, what's good with it? You know, for real good things to come. great people and don't mean watch someone else's pocket. Salute to you, fam. Right. Just don't go on Twitter giving Shakur hell. Yeah, I already know. I was up there a little bit earlier. I had reacted to a couple of them, Aisha. I ain't gonna lie. They got me a couple times. I had a couple posts and delete where I was about to post it. I was like, nah, I ain't even doing it. Twitter is troll central, man. Mainwood, what's good with it, Jermaine? Shakur signs the match room. Do you think tank fight happens? From over there, it would be something new to me. I can't say I would see it being a priority. Tim Layton was good with it, family. How you feeling? Yeah, D Free was good with it. Man, his performance match, Shakur, and I know how to cut the ring or his level. I expect more from Shakur. That's all. Yeah, I don't think it's a matter of not knowing how to cut the ring off as opposed to actually doing it and preparing to do it, right? I just don't think he prepared for that part of it. I just don't think he prepared for Artem to move like that. And again, that what you're saying is nothing wrong with it, right? No argument there. I just, again, the way I see it, right? Coming forward, that's not something that he's, not used to, but having to be the hunter. Because you haven't seen Shakur have to hunt a guy down. And I think that's the first time we've seen it. So you've seen some inconsistencies in it, right? Because that's not his game coming forward. Now, fighting in the pocket, that's one thing. He was doing that when Artem was there to fight in the pocket, right? But a good portion of the fight was him following Artem because he wasn't cutting the ring off, like you said. So I don't think he was prepared to move with that guy that much. Because even in his description, he go one way, then he go the other way. Like the way he was describing, I'm like, yeah, you sound like you wasn't necessarily prepared for him to move that much. You didn't anticipate him moving that much. That's just what I got from it. And again, it's a matter of preparation, right? I just don't think he prepared for that. And again, I know he's like at that level, you got to prepare for everything. True indeed. But that's just a box maybe that wasn't checked. And if you look at just his last fight, most recent fight with Frank Martin, I'm not saying he didn't move at all, but he was bringing the fight. He was taking the fight to Frank Martin. That's how he was having the success. So I think Shakur was anticipating him to fight him that way. And, fighters change it up from fight to fight. You know what I mean? That's why some people don't watch film, because they say you prepare for one thing, a guy comes show you something else. I think that was an element at play too. I think he showed him something different by, like, did he fight to survive against Frank? He only did that when he was hurt. Get what I'm saying? When Frank turned it up and had him hurt, he cleaned him up, hit him to the body, make him take that knee. You know what I mean? That's when he was but he fought a good portion of this fight in survival mode is what I'm saying. And I just don't think we can find a fight where that you can say he fought the same way. I mean, it's a business first. It's going to happen. Yeah, listen, let it happen. But I just hate people that make the excuse why it shouldn't happen. Salute to my big homie in the building, Hardcore Boxing News. What's good with it, Jay? How you feeling? Good performance, Shakur. Yeah, it was a good performance, man. Good performance, man. Good performance. Like, you can't be mad at it. You could critique it, but you can't be mad at it. You can't overdo it. You know what I mean? The post-fight says he's going to work on cutting the ring off. Yeah, right. Yeah, and I don't think it's something he don't know how to do. I just don't think he was prepared to do it. And that's just an answer. Man, sometimes these dudes answer. Because if you ask him, do he know how to cut the ring off? I'm pretty sure he's going to say yeah. But for the fights that I've watched, I've seen guys be more willing to fight him in the pocket as opposed to him having to be a hunter. It was a point in this fight where he turned into somewhat of a hunter, right? And I think that's new for him. I ain't making no excuses for him. That's just not an element of his game that he's accustomed to. And if I'm wrong, show me the fight where he was the hunter, not fighting in the pocket, where he was actually seeking the guy out. And you could really look and see that he wasn't cutting the ring off because he kind of following him around. But when he got to him, he'd throw some single shots, maybe one or two. He just wasn't putting enough together. You know what I'm saying? When he got there. Right. You know what I mean? Right. Stevenson, when I figured Artem out quicker and hurt him. I don't think it took him a long time to figure him out. I just think it took him a little bit to get going. I think it took him a little while to get going. And I think once he started going, you know what I mean? He stayed at a certain pace, but you wanted to see him pick it up, get just a little bit more. Because it ain't like he was asking for like 50 more punches around. Like, you just needed a little more work consistently through the rounds. That's all. To really trouble this dude and give him something to think about and put him in some situations and kind of force the ref to had to watch over him. You know what I'm saying? Like, a perfect example. He fought Keysahwn, who also was on the card in the fight before that. When he fought him in the same building. He fought him at the Prudential Center. I was there too. When he was fighting that guy, the way he was fighting him in the pocket and putting his shots together and mixing them up, he was doing it to a degree where when Keysahwn would go to the corner, the doctors would continue to check on him between the rounds. They did this multiple rounds in a row, checking on him to make sure he was good. That's because he was really getting clipped like constantly. Like he was getting hit at a good rate where you looking like he's not winning no rounds. So they kept checking on him. Had it been like that kind of output, then I don't think a lot of the criticism don't exist today. But I think, again, like I said, the fact that you spent so much time in the pocket and you essentially did, he had his man figured out pretty early. He didn't struggle in none of these rounds. That's why people wanted to see even more, because you had him with his hands in his pockets. You had this dude moving. That's why I was like, yo, they keep saying he don't got power. Are y'all seeing him hurt this dude to the body? He clearly not standing right in front of him like he want him to. Like, again, for Shakur to feel like somebody was running, that's hilarious. He was like, yo, this dude did not want to participate in no highlight reel, bro. He was like, nah, you gonna have to earn this same way. And it's like he pulled the core on core to an extent, right? He pulled the core on core with the movement, man. Artem said, nope, buddy, I seen your fights. Let me take a page out your book. Let me move around a little bit. You know what I mean? I ain't good. Them body shots hurting. I'm gonna get on the good foot for a little bit, circle around the ring a little bit. But again, I don't want to call it running because I'm not big on that. I feel like fighters that can cut the ring off don't get in the ring and say, oh, he ran. You know what I'm saying? So that's something for Core, man. That's my guy. But you know, you definitely he said it, you got to do a better job cutting the ring off, not following him around, cutting off his exit points and getting to the target quicker. And then when you get there, putting together the necessary punches to get the desired result. You get what I'm saying? Putting together them punches is all about putting together them joints, man. You got to put them together. You got to put them together, man. You have to. My bad, y'all. And we ain't done. We got some other stuff to laugh at, man. Salute to my brother, man. Hardcore Boxing News in the Cash App, man. Much love.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
And salute to the Queen. Aisha in the Cash App, always supporting the grind as well. Much love to the Queen, Aisha.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Much love to y'all. Pete, appreciate the support, family. Blade, what's good with it, fam? Just trying to figure out what the Frank dude that was different when he pressed Artem compared to Shakur. I just don't get it because Shakur had to figure it out much earlier than Frank. I know what he did. You know what he did, P. Hunter. He just put his punches together better when he got there. When he closed the distance and closed the gap and got to his desired destination, he put his punches together better. Listen, I'm not going, and y'all all know in here, y'all know who my guy is, but I'm a realist. I'm going to be honest with you. For what I could see when he got to the target, that's what Frank Martin was doing. Putting his punches together. You know what I mean? And the way he needed to. That's how he was able to create the knockdown. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how he was able to create the opportunity. So that's just I know that's what was missing from Shakur's game, his fight. Just putting more combinations. Frank Martin punching combination more. And that's what got him the knockdown. You know what I'm saying? Being more efficient and, again, not over-relying on his athleticism, of course, listening to Derrick James and being successful while being on the front foot. That's what Frank was doing. And that might be true, too. That might be true. But you know what's something interesting, though, LJ? I'll give you something to think about, bro. It's funny how, people just naturally assume Frank is more of the puncher out of the two, right? But look who Artem came forward against more. Look who he tried to win more against. The guy that had more punching power, allegedly, to the people, right? You didn't see, like I said, when I seen Art survival mode, because he had a moment, he had some moments in there with Frank Martin where he got into survival mode. And again, when Frank got on his ass and hurt him to the body, and right before he got the knockdown, he damn sure was trying to survive. Frank just stepped it up, got on his ass real quick. Generated that knockdown that he probably desperately needed to save the fight too. You know what I mean? See the fight potentially happen first half of next year. Let's say pay the fight happens first. Got 1,000 on the tank for whoever wants to put up that money. Salute the tunnel vision, man. So yeah, man. Interesting, right? Interesting, like when you think of it that way. He actually came like I didn't feel like, and I'm talking about mostly the whole fight through. You felt like we was watching this fight like, yo, this is back and forth. I just watched that fight a couple weeks ago recently. I was watching it with my cousin, showing him that fight with Frank and Artem. So like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's funny how that guy, he came to win more against the guy that's looked at as the harder puncher, right? And then with Shakur, you get what I'm saying? So that's the only thing when P. Hunter, when you like, yo, P. Hunter was saying he was trying to figure out what was the difference. That was the difference, P. Putting more combinations together. You get what I'm saying? When you get there, because think about it, man. You know, closing the gap, it take work. It take work. You gotta be disciplined, patient while you closing the gap with a guy that's looking to move, right? So you do a lot of work to get there, and you gotta make sure you rewarding yourself for your hard work by letting your hands go, right? You put yourself in position with all that work you don't let your hard work go to waste. And some of his good work was going to waste because he was getting to the desired target, but it was one shot, maybe one or two. You know what I'm saying? Not the 3 and 4 is what he needed. I think that would have changed a lot. And if you look at Shakur, when his offense is clicking on all cylinders, and I don't care what he say, I'll tell him this. For me watching him is when he getting off in combination, you love it. You get a good 3-4 punch combination out of him. Is accurate, it's precise, it's on point, it's effective. You get what I'm saying? And that's how he kind of compensate and make up for not being the biggest puncher. He's sharp, accurate, but you got to punch in combination. You get what I'm saying? You got to give something to really think about. You know what I mean? It's easier to deal with single shots from a guy that's not the biggest puncher, as opposed to a guy that got really respectable power that clearly showed he can hurt you. But now he putting together combinations hitting you on both sides, whether it's your body or upstairs. You get what I'm saying? It's just being a little more creative with the offense, bro. And that's honest, you know, a critique. That's constructive criticism. Just being a little more creative with the offense. Believing in your abilities too. And I know he'll tell you in a heartbeat he believe in himself like no other, but it's about like make sure you showcasing that from round to round, that you truly believe in everything you say that you are. You know what I'm saying? Because the self-belief for him, it go a long way. The more confident he is, the more you see. And I felt like he was really in a really good space Saturday. So that's why people are like, man, you should have did a little bit more. So that's all. Just being more creative with your offense. And when you do all of that hard work to close the gap with a guy that's consistently moving, you make sure you give him something to think about when you get there, preferably in a combination form. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't going to like it. I promise you he ain't going to like it. Shit, you was hitting Artem with those single shots, and he didn't like it. So think about it. If you would have banged him on both sides, one up top with a combination of something that you're definitely more than capable of. I don't know about y'all, but Shakur got a pretty nice uppercut too. You know what I mean? He put that was on display a couple fights ago against Yoshino on the inside. He got a nice little uppercut in there. So that's all it was. You know what I'm saying? When you get there, just be creative, bro. With the offense, let your hands fly, man. Let your hands fly, man. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Let me play the raffle for anybody that wants to join the raffle and jump in for a chance to win this 55-inch color screen TV, man. Salute to the family. Much love to everybody in the building. Let's go, man.
Hey there, folks. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we've got some thrilling news for all of you. We're launching a raffle where you can win a brand new 55-inch television just by making a payment of $10. Yes, you heard it right, just $10. Each entry must be made through Cash App with your name. The winner will be announced live at our GBT meet and greet on July 13th. The more entries you make, the higher your chances of taking home this outstanding flat-screen television. So, don't miss this incredible opportunity. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this exciting contest. And remember, with each entry you make, you increase your chances of winning this amazing prize. Thanks for tuning in and good luck to all of you.
Much love. Shout out to the JBT fan, man. So y'all don't be shy, man. If y'all want a chance to win that 55-inch TV, you let your boy know, man. We gonna get you right. Salute to everybody that's participated thus far in the raffle. We appreciate y'all. Much love. 619 Carry Factor was good with it. Yes, sir, it is. Shakur and Frank, great fight. Still a great fight. Still a great fight. Have the 8-piece to the queen. Man, I appreciate that. That's what keeps me level-headed, man. When somebody able to come through here and realize that, it keeps me right on that, fighting that good fight. Daniel, what's good with it, fam? Lonnie Lee, my guy, in the super chat. Much love, fam. He said Tank versus Shakur would have been a bigger fight. Tank versus Frank, so I can use the bag as an excuse. Sure, facts. I agree. It's going to be more meaningful, bigger, regardless of, I think if he's to get more wins under his belt before they eventually meet up, as long as they do, I think it'll be even bigger. I think it'll grow. You know what I'm saying? That's just, and again, what Teddy Atlas said made a lot of sense. They'll appreciate it more if it's against the best fighters and the absolute best fighters in the division, not the run-of-the-mill guys. Not saying Artem is that, not the less than top level guys, right? You know what I mean? You need top. It's like all or nothing right now, because that's what people want to see. And I feel like when you talented like he is, he continue to get better as you sharpen your sword against guys that's closer to your talent and skill level. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I believe. The right dance partner sometime with a style like his, you just need the right dance partner. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want, but I believe that to be true. You know what I mean? I seen somebody made a great point on Twitter, which is rare because people is troll city up there. Somebody said we need to think about blaming sometimes the matchmakers as well. Like a lot of times we critique the fighters, but we by now, like for the most part, especially when you got over 20 fights, for the most part, you know what a guy's style is, right? Yeah, he might can show you some new wrinkles from time to time, but you pretty much know what a guy does and does not do. And sometimes these guys have a tendency to put bad matchups together. One bad matchup that we recently all had to sit through, Dennis Baranchik and what's his name, Emmanuel Navarrete. That was terrible. That was a terrible matchup. That was like that. They styles didn't mesh. They both were missing a lot all night. It was it was an ugly fight. You get what I'm saying? But they were throwing punches, but none was landing. It was ineffective. It was ugly. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was a matchmaker thing. So I feel like, especially when you talk about what is deemed as A-level talent, put them in there with other A-level talent, simple and plain, and see what happens. See what you get. It's way more tolerable than putting a A-level guy in there with a less than stellar opponent and expecting people to get overly excited about it. Get what I'm saying? It's just what it is. Sometimes you need that right dance partner. It do take two.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Come on, man. Come on, stall me out, P. stall me out. He say color TV. Yeah, I mean flat screen. Then I say color flat screen TV. You know, it got to be flat screen nowadays anyway, right? Man, salute to my JVT family. Yeah, for sure I had to eat. I think that's fair. I think that's something that he's more than capable of. You get what I'm saying? I think anybody suggesting that he should let his hands go more is not asking him to do something that he's not capable of, right? And I think he knows full well that he is. Now, I mean, he might have his reasons or explanation as to why that wasn't the case in the fight, and that's cool. But just moving forward, it's something to take note of. And I even seen him mention something on Twitter about, trying to focus on getting stronger and something like that. And I get that. But I don't think it has to be too much of a focal point, because I don't think he's no weak guy. And Ant McQueen pointed it out to me. He can be physical in there. Like he can be more physical than what people give him credit for. And I don't think he's no weak guy, some guy that you just push and bully around in there either. So, you know what I mean? But again, I think anytime you see a pure boxer step out his element and being on the front foot and becoming the hunter instead of like the guy that they're trying to hunt down, I think you might see some inconsistencies in the approach, because it's something that he's not typically used to doing. And I'm basing that off of the 21 fights I've seen before that. I've seen him fight in the pocket several times with willing participants, guys being willing to try to outthink him in there, and it go bad for him. Artem done that in spots, but then when he felt some of them body shots, it became survival mode for him. And I think once he had to become the hunter, that's him, like I keep saying to y'all, stepping out of his comfort zone and element to try to create a different wrinkle, show us something different in his game, and still be effective and still be good defensively while doing that. And everybody, I don't even care about people's opinions no more because I know I'm way too sensible. I don't even care what people think. When you're doing that and you putting yourself in harm's way, you standing pretty much in this guy's wheelhouse. You putting yourself in a position to get hurt, but you still being able to stay sharp defensively while putting some offense together, which I think is impressive now in and of itself. Now, the cherry on top is, like I said, understanding the moment and putting more punches together to get the desired result, which was a knockout. That's what you really wanted. You had that shit. It was within arm's reach. Pardon me, my voice still cracking, going in and out from Saturday, man. That jabs and run. You ain't see no jabbing and running in that fight. You know what I'm saying? And again, I told people before this came, I said what was gonna happen. I said when he beat him up and he don't knock him out, that's gonna be the talk. Or he ain't stop him. He looked like that. I said this. So this ain't nothing new. We knew this was coming. You knew this stuff was coming. They said runner, but you ain't see no runner. You seen them all coming forward pretty much the entire night. You know what I mean? Being a hunter, like I said, that's not his game. You know what I mean? His is to box, move, hit, and not get hit, make you miss, make you pay when he can, and, you know what I mean, stay clean, swim without getting wet, essentially, instead of now I got to go get you. I got to go hunt you down because you're not willing to stand in front of me. And I ain't saying, just like I say with him, I don't expect him to do it. Just because he ain't a KO artist, I don't expect the guy to stand right in front of him and give him the looks that he want. And that's what Artem was very good at doing, not giving him exactly what he wanted and making him earn what he was getting in there with the movement. That's what I seen. And if I think had he been a bit more prepared to cut the ring off, you know what I mean, I think he could have did a better job at doing so. But because of it, I mean, he like I said earlier, he left meat on the bone. And that's what I seen. You know what I mean? Left a little bit of meat on the bone. Like like I said, when you eat that wing platter. You ever see somebody eat a wing platter and when they done, you look and you see a bunch of little pieces of meat stuck on the bones of the chicken? That's what it was when we on fight night. Left a little bit of meat on the bone. Nothing to overreact about. Nothing to try to write a whole bunch of articles going on these smear campaigns. That shit is weak. That shit is weak because it shows where boxing is at this point, man. Like it's one thing to critique, but another thing to kind of not give no credit at all. You know what I'm saying? For nothing that was done in the ring. So kind of suck, man. The pure boxing is not appreciated. You know what I mean? I'm sick of after every fight is over, somebody talking about a knockout and who should have knocked this person out. Keysahwn should have knocked his guy out. Like, I'm tired of it. Abdullah knocked his guy out. Like, people be sounding like kids. Like, because Abdullah Mason knocked his guy out means Shakur and Keysahwn should have knocked their guy out. Like, make the connection for me. How that shit even makes sense? Yeah, well, y'all, they let Abdullah Mason steal the show. Abdullah Mason was going to beat that dude ass regardless, man. No matter what show they was on. They could have been fighting in somebody's backyard with no cameras on. He was going to beat that dude ass regardless, man. And Abdullah was going to shine regardless. Why you think they put him on the main portion of the card? He literally opened the main portion of the card. The minute they said that he was going to be on there, he was going to shine regardless because he talented like that. He young. He got a lot going for him right now. He got a bunch of brothers and they all nice. Yeah, that's the time we're in, Jug. For sure it is. It's definitely the time we're in. Right, Abdullah going against lower level comp. Yeah, and right now, as he should, though, as he should. But that guy, I always give credit for young guys going up against guys with a lot of experience. I think the dude he fought had about 26 pro fights to his 13. That was his 14 pro fight. I think dude 27. You know what I mean? So dude has some experience, but Abdullah just coasted like with flying colors. And he's mean. His temperament is not defense first. His temperament is to destroy. And he got the punching power to do it. And I like his punch output, shot selection. You know what I mean? He thinking in there, he got a lot to like. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot he got a lot going for himself. But he'd be back on what is it? Is it August 17th? He right back. I think it's August 17th, yo. He right back. Believe he fighting in Canada too. I think when Tank became a pure boxer versus Cruz, that's when they said the things about Tank. Said the same things about Tank. Yeah, They always try to discredit you. I think, but you know what? That fight kind of forced people to give Tank more credit because it would make you look like a hater if you said he didn't show you that he could do everything in there. He got hit. You seen he had a chin. You seen defense. He was slipping punches, rolling shots, still working. Like he shows you a lot. Back foot, fighting off the back foot. We all know he could get on the front foot and fight. So too much. 12 rounds is cool, but KO is better. Yeah, that's always gonna be the case. But I can't keep dismissing decision victories. I can't do that. Like I said, Alexander Usyk fans ain't demanding he knock people out. And I don't give me no shit about what he talked because we barely can understand him. We barely can understand his ass. You get what I'm saying? You don't hear people like, man, Usyk can get a knockout. And I said the same thing. And I even used another fight for example, Teofimo. Yeah, he got hit. Yeah, you could critique how much he was hit, right? He got hit in the fight. That was the biggest takeaway, I think, in his fight with Claggett. But look how many punches he threw. He upped his punch output. He landed a career high 300 and something punches and really like showed a lot of offense. And people still said he looked like shit. So again, it convinced me how throwing so much more offense would have made him look so much better. I just seen a guy throw plenty of offense to keep a guy off him and they shitted on him. You know what I'm saying? They shitted on him. Big Keith, what it do, fam? What's good with it? Right, I'm a oxtail salute to you, but I'm gonna ignore that one because it's a conversation. I don't take the stance of trying to defend anything. I'm just having a conversation. So you on your own with that one, fam. Rogelio, what's good with it? Capone, what's good with it, fam? He said Artemis Shakur on the same level. I'm glad you seen that. I'm glad you watched the fight. I'm glad you told me you just watched the fight Saturday. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Glad you watched it. Hope you enjoyed it, man. IBS right, Shakur trying to get pay-per-view joints. He need to be beating on his con. I don't think you hear him speak about pay-per-view. I think that's fans speaking that. I don't think at least I'm not hearing him sit around talking about pay-per-view all the time. I mean, I don't think that's a focal point. It shouldn't be one. The hell with pay-per-view. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, do you get paid and win these fights? And if that leads to a fight on pay-per-view, then so be it. Crush the legend, my guy. Tony was good with it. How you set up the shots? Would Loma be a stylistically bad matchup for Corbin? Absolutely not. They both technicians. It'd be a chess match of the highest order. Nah, it wouldn't be a stylistic bad style matchup. Shit, if it was, then I think Loma would have said yeah to the fight and I know. You know what I mean? The Melvin Air podcast in the building, Windy City Assassin was good. August 17th, my birthday. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it's August 17th. He in the ring again. You know what I mean? I think he in the ring again. You know what I mean? Oxtail, man, salute to you, bro. I don't argue, no opinions. I feel you. All that stuff is cool, but I'm tired of fight. I'm tired of the word humble. Look at I don't know, man. Maybe we got different interpretations of that word, but the last time I checked, that shit don't mean what people think. Humble is almost expecting less of yourself. Like no. Be humble for who? Be humble for who and why? You know what I mean? Why? You know what I'm saying? They offended by that man confidence, then beat his ass. All I'm saying is the criticism, I don't care about that. Beat him up. That's what I'm saying. I keep hearing this shit. Fight after fight, fight after fight, fight after fight. Say he don't fight nobody. Then the people that's somebody, they say no to him, and then we still complain. So beat his ass. Seen the dude win 11 rounds to 1 pretty much. I can't crucify him for it. Sorry, I can't. You can cry a river and say more offense. I seen dominance, man. Yeah, could he did more? Yeah, for sure. But I ain't about to cry. Thomas said, what's good with it, my guy? I ain't about to cry. I ain't doing that. But we only do this to, he only held to only certain fighters are held to this unrealistic stand. Oh, his mouth. He said this, man. Fighters been talking shit since the beginning of time. We just watched the fighter, and I'm just using this as an example. This is not a shot. This is not an indirect shot. We just seen a fighter say he was going to produce a one-sided ass whooping. Are people crying when it went exactly the opposite way? Are people still, well, his mouth, man, he should have been more humble. Was anybody saying that? Was anybody telling that guy to be humble when he said he going to produce a one-sided ass whooping and he going to stop the guy? And he didn't either. Was people crying like, man, he didn't. Man, that's why he got to be more humble, man. He should have said this. He shouldn't have said that. He should have been more humble. Nah, man, the humble shit, man. The hell with that humble shit. That's for people when they want to notice. It only applies to our fighters. Don't nobody else got to be humble. They don't tell Lomachenko to be humble. Lomachenko in there showboating and they egging it on. Lomachenko arrogant as hell, begging people corners to stop fights instead of doing the job to stop the fight, and they loving that. Ain't nobody telling that man to be humble. You get what I'm saying? That people don't tell Tyson Fury to be humble. It's only our fighters. Why do our fighters got to be humble? Humble for who? So nah, man, talk your shit, and till somebody show you otherwise. If you want to humble him, beat his ass in the ring. Beat his ass. Cause I ain't seeing nobody show him different. Like again, we grasping at straws. This little shit here or there. Yeah, you could critique, but at the end of the day, he's winning. That's what I think people forget this shit. I don't care what he said. He winning. He's a winner. And at the end of the day, that's what I want to keep saying. Keep winning. You know what I'm saying? Until I see that's not the case, talk all the shit you want, bro. Keep talking it. If y'all believe that he's a murderer because he said it, then by all means, you believe it. But I know what I'm saying. I know what to expect too. My son is going to murder Ryan. What happened? And what happened? How'd that work out for him? You know what I'm saying? So look, man, people talk, man. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. I'm not about to. We only do this with certain fighters. Yeah, he said this. He said that. So I don't give a damn. I don't care what he said. I care about what he did. And be talking like he's a not. Bro. Yeah, man. Yo, yeah, man. Boxing soft as shit, bro. Let's talk fashion. My guy, what's good with it, Remo? Now we telling fighters how to talk. Man, yo. All right, man. Y'all go start. Y'all start taking the punches for a living, and then y'all tell another man how to talk. You go take punches for a living, and then dare that another man tell you how to talk your shit. Don't watch him. All I can say is don't watch him. You don't like what he do. You don't like how he fight. Don't watch him. I can't. It's plain. It's too many people to watch to be stuck on what one fighter is saying. You know what I mean? He's still winning. We highlighting everything else, but the most important thing, winning, and winning convincingly. Not struggle fest. Not having to get a knockdown to win. Nah, just winning from the opening bell for the most part. You dig what I'm saying? Polo, what's good with it? The most hated in boxing. I just don't think people. I don't think people understand one or the two. I don't think they're the same. Again, I think a lot of Haney's the hate that people think they have for him is misunderstood. I think people just have a different assessment on Haney, and a lot of times they're deemed haters. You get what I'm saying? If you don't believe some of the narratives that come out of that camp, then you're deemed a hater. So I don't think he gets hate. Don't get it wrong. I think every fighter does, right? But I think a lot of it, I think he got a little more support than hate is what I'm saying. I think a lot of people just the hate resonates. Like when people hear something that they don't agree with, they be like, oh, you're a hater. I've been called a hater of him. And y'all seeing me support him, buying the fights, the couple times on pay-per-view, bought both of them. People will still call you a hater. I'm doing multiple lives, shooting down false narratives that try to make him hold him in a negative light. They still call me a hater. So I'm living proof myself. I'm a prime example of a guy that supports Haney and get called a hater, because I might say one or two guys I think could beat him, or this guy might give him a good fight. Now I'm automatically a hater. So that's how they do, because they feel like they're not humble, they can lose it. Yeah, you can be humble and still lose. Exactly, P. Hunter. I don't like the word humble because it only applies to us. Like I said, nobody telling Lomachenko when he showboating and begging Andre Rozier to stop the fight while he beating up Richard Comey. They cheering it on and laughing on the telecast. Nobody saying, look at Loma. Nobody booing him. Nobody telling that man to be humble. Tyson Fury running around here cheating and some more shit, talking crazy. Nobody saying Tyson Fury be humble. Know what I'm saying? But the Clarissa Shields of the world, Shakur Stevenson's, be humble. Yeah, because you don't get knockouts like Tank, be humble. Yeah. You're talking like you're a knockout artist. He been talking that way. When people just start listening, he been talking this shit. I don't believe he sell himself to be no knockout artist unless we watching the wrong fighter. I don't think he ever sold. I think he sold a knockout this fight. But I think he really wanted one. I think he let it off the hook. I think he had it. But I don't think he's selling himself as no knockout artist. I think that's a bit much. That's overkill. He said this is one fight where he talked about a knockout. No other fight did he do it. You know what I'm saying? No, we only do this to certain fighters that don't deliver. What didn't he deliver? Oxtail? What didn't he deliver? D1, my God, what's good with it? Please, goofy or comment from there. Yeah. They just sounded like y'all just, yeah. Again, when it come to him, People being they feels. And Kello, my guy, what's good with it, bro? Loma doesn't even speak English well. Nah, they don't. But nobody telling them to be humble though. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Ain't nobody saying he should chill. Nah, it's only our fighters. Nah, talk your shit, man. And if y'all don't like what he's saying, as fighters, beat his ass. Now y'all in the hurt business, man. So if y'all don't like what another fighter say, beat him up. That's why I love boxing. You know what I mean? That's why I love boxing. That's why I love it. NHA, what's good with it, fam? I'm not frustrated. Who thinks I'm frustrated? I think that's because you don't be here a lot, bro. Oxtail, you don't be here a lot. Because if you did, you would know I ain't frustrated. I'm one of the least frustrated guys. I be annoyed with ignorance. And again, if you a person that frequents this channel, you know not to tell me you got your opinion and I got mine. I embody that. That's what I do. I embrace that. I let people come up on the panel with a totally different perspective than I have. I welcome that. So that's like, again, you got to tune into the content, bro. You really got to tune in. Creole the Traveler, my guy, Stretched Out Boxing in the building. Yeah, man. 2 a day, man. We back rolling, man. We did double duty today. What's good with it, bro? So it's all good, man. Like Sonny, what's good with it, fam? Tim Stoudemire, my guy in the building. What's good, family? Lewis 4500, Mike Biggs Boxing, my bro was good with it. Desmond in the building, back in the building. Shakur C-level fighter, cool. I don't know. I mean, okay, next. What do you want me to say? Like, oh, Capone, man, I can't believe you. Hey, look, bro. Hey, I'm glad to know that you actually watched Shakur Capone. I'm glad to know. Hey, y'all, family is Shakur C-level fighter. I just learned that today from Capone. He teaching me something. I didn't know that. Lewis 4500. Yeah, he did what he had to do. Left some meat on the bone. Like I said, I'm very real with my assessment. If y'all looking for me to shit on a dude that got his hand raised and won mostly every round, I don't know what. I'm sorry. It's plenty of other channels that's gonna do that for you. They're gonna go crazy on them. They're gonna have a field day. But I'm very consistent with how I critique these fighters, and I don't go crazy on everybody. Nobody's for that matter. So I mean, I just had this situation with Tio. People said he looked bad. I said he got hit a little too much, but I still think he dominated and won pretty much every round. So if y'all looking for me to shit on him so you could feel good about my critique, you came to the wrong channel. Sorry. I'm Jusdueboxing, not shit on people boxing. So y'all gonna keep the same moot points. Y'all keep typing the same stuff over and over and over again. That shit ain't gonna make it no more true. It ain't gonna move me off my square. Tell your favorite fighter to get in there and fight. That's all I want to see. If he can't beat him, then so be it. But make him fight. Nothing, Aisha. They just be here to argue. Blah blah bliggity blah. Y'all not gonna piss me off today. I'm having fun with it. Hold on, let me get the camera on, man. Let me get this off, man. Williams and Payton and Shakur be a great fight, by the way. Great fight. Great fight. Oxtail, won't you go get in the ring with him? See if he leave a scratch on you. You know what I mean? You go get in the ring on him. Talking this casual stuff, a scratch. Tank had a mark on his face. What that meant? What did that mean? He had a mark. Frank put a mark on Tank's face. What that mean? Absolutely nothing. What was the end result? Melatonin, right? That shit don't mean nothing. You talking about marks on the face. Yo, y'all be exposing y'all casual asses like crazy, man. It's because you watch a lot of boxing, don't make you no diehard. Y'all dudes just be in here to shit on people and complain. And then when I do less than shit on the fighter, y'all make it seem like I'm not being 100. Man, take that somewhere else, bro. I'm not shitting on no fighter to make nobody feel good. Yeah, I don't. And again, everybody in here tell me when I do it, when I don't do it. You know what I mean? I was very consistent with all these dudes, man. And that's where I'm at, Gertz. Shakur got to understand that it's gonna be some people that you can't please. But again, I'm gonna play the clip because there's more people in here. Y'all smash the like button. Teddy Atlas made a great point, bro, and I'm gonna play it again for anybody that didn't hear it. Now, tell me if y'all agree with this. I think this makes more sense.
Got to keep winning. And he's got to fight the best guys because people will tolerate that style, even if that's not their forte, even though if that's not what they like the best. Everyone has different flavors, different things they like, but they will deal with it if you're fighting the best guys and you're winning.
I agree. That's what the problem is. Like, again, I think if you perform that way and it's an A-level guy, I think it's a lot less shit people could talk. Again, a quote-unquote C-level guy, as they rating Artem, and you don't get him out of there, and you essentially had him right where you wanted him, that leaves the door wide open for people to talk shit. I'm going to play another clip from Teddy Atlas. Y'all keep smashing that like button. Let's keep building. Salute to everybody in the building.
That you trained to do? No, you're going to do those things, but you got to do them with that style. You got to do them at the highest level, and you got to do them where people say, at the end of the day, you know what? I appreciate it. It's kind of like somebody, they like rock and roll, but then one day they go to the opera. You get them to finally go in there, and they hear that. They hear that. The angels singing, and they say, not bad. It didn't give me earaches. It didn't shake the walls the way I'm used to getting the walls shaking and get me going crazy. But it did something for me. He can do something for you if you can just let him fight the best guys and appreciate that.
Man, yo, I don't quote Teddy Atlas all the time. I ain't trying to question nobody's boxing knowledge. I'm not a guy that does that, but I think he hit something right there. And that's what it is, man. And he don't give, he don't be giving the benefit of the doubt. He don't be giving it. Miss Joette, peace to the queen. How you feeling today? Man, what's good with it, fam? Best not stepping in the ring with him, right? So you see what he said. He was like, yo, he can do something for you. If you put him in there with the best guys, then I think that could be an answer to this, because that eliminates a lot of that BS. You know what I mean? Because then again, if he in there with the best and he not who he is, then he'll lose and we ain't got to worry about him anyway, right? Or y'all for the people that's tired of him, right? So that's all I want to see. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You got Abdullah stopping Shakur. That's cool. Again, tell me you watch boxing without telling me you watch boxing, man. Ant McQueen, my God, gotta love Teddy. I like that. I like what he said right there. Yeah, his analogy, it was crazy. Like it's like the opera, but they'll appreciate it if it's against the absolute best. And I truly believe he was on to something. Like I really do. No, and again, Shakur, keep fighting your fight. Ignore the background noise. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit, because his priority should not to be pleasing every individual, man. It should be to fight your fight and keep winning, keep proving it, and keep winning at a high level too, impressively. What's good, LaMarcus? Yeah, I like his old school take. I like it. I like his old salute to my guy Creo. Pardon me. So they got it down playing. Everybody got to stop doing that. I just think it's a way of I don't know. It's like trash talk. That's usually the only trash talk. You get what I'm saying? Because if you're not trashing your opponent, then what trash talk it is? Like, so I guess people just gotta be more creative with the trash talk for sure. Nobody don't care about how you fight. Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact. You get what I'm saying? Or better yet, you go in there and Tank beat him. Nobody gonna care about how Shakur fought. You get what I'm saying? Because they're gonna be like, yo, he went out there and did what we know he can do. So that's all. I know, and that just makes his point. Our Breezy, the best fighters in the world. I think that eliminates a lot of the complaining. I think you fighting less than stellar guys, and people feel like those performances look less than stellar because they expect so much more, because they already have it in their mind that this dude is nowhere near your level. So you got to completely wash him and stop him. If you don't stop him, even if you dominate him, that's not enough. No, you got to actually stop him. If you don't stop him, then you ain't do nothing. Yeah, you had a mediocre performance, and that's some bullshit. That's really some bullshit. Stop mixing excitement, lack of excitement for mediocre. Those two don't go hand in hand, bro. You can say, yeah, lack of excitement. Yeah, I wasn't at the edge of my seat. Cool. Say it. But to say mediocre, and then you can't base it off nothing, based off what? And then you're going to say, well, he ain't throwing enough punches. Do that make him mediocre? Sounds stupid. Sound like a guy that could have just thrown more punches, be a little bit more busy. That don't make a guy mediocre. Those two things, I don't understand how they don't go hand in hand. So if that's what you're looking for me to say, mediocre, nah, I'm not going to do that, because that's not what that was. Anthony, was good with it, fam. Teal fight was actually better. I mean, I never really looked at it to compare their two fights in terms of whose fight was better. But now that you say it, I mean, it's better. It all depends on what you like. Was it better? Why? Because he threw a lot more punches, because that he did. But he also got hit a lot more too. So again, you talking about a guy that was able to deliver that amount of offense, which people are complaining about, but being right in the pocket and still not getting hit a whole lot, and still had his guy in retreat mode. Mr. Pillow Fist, right? He can't, he don't punch hard. Everybody keep talking about his power. I seen the guy retreat, and it's funny to me. It's crazy. 126, 130, 135, 140, 54, and 68. Got straight wrecking them divisions. Absolutely, Tay. Was shaky as hell at the beginning of the fight. I don't know. Shaky based off what? You could talk to me, man. Social media or trash fans are making it easy for promoters not to pay fighters like Shakur. Yeah, they know he's good, but they can use numbers to underpay him by saying, look, the fans don't like the style. Absolutely, P. You know how I go. They mixed it too. That's not the same. It's not the same. And that's what I'm saying. I'm sick of people like, listen, go crazy. Born don't equal trash. Exactly my point. That's all I'm saying. Like, tell me when I'm not making sense to y'all in here. Please tell me when I ain't making sense. Mediocre, trash, don't mean because you didn't throw punches. Like, yo, what? Did he struggle? Then they're gonna be like, nah, but how many rounds did he lose? Only one, but so how did he struggle? Well, like what you talking about? You just looking for a reason to be mad? Okay, you didn't like the performance now that you done got your emotional response out the way. What did he do? Or did you not watch the fight? No, I'm saying it was boring because the last time somebody had this kind of energy, they told me they ain't watching. The last time I heard somebody give me a Shakur assessment, he followed it up by I don't never watch him. But he told me what he was, but he never watched him. That was like, what the hell? What the hell, man? Every fighter make mistakes, bro. Like, what the hell? Nobody's trying to act like nothing. He just fought a clean fight. He didn't struggle. He wasn't getting hit with nothing big. What's the best shot Artem landed, bro? What's the rounds he won? Since you want to keep going back and forth. You want to keep going back and forth. What rounds did he win, bro? Tell me the rounds that he won. Come on. You want to have this conversation? What rounds did he win, bro? I'm the most reasonable person in this space. And you just because you're not hearing the negative shit that you used to hear from all these other people, you think I ain't critique them. I critique them, but I ain't crucifying them, bro. I don't do this to no fighter. I'm going to keep saying that to everybody. Get that. Yeah, you might need to get that through your head, bro. Y'all want me to just go crazy? Yeah, man, Shakur, man, boring as hell, man. I was falling asleep in my seat. Man, I can't believe it, man. You better stay away from Tank. Oh, my God, you can't fight. Man, you better go fight Williams and Pater or Pitbull. You better go fight Frank Martin. You know what I mean? You better hope Lomachenko fight you. That's what they want me to do. Yeah, man, you ain't ready for me. You better stay. You need at least another 3 years before you could think about fighting Tank. Yeah, man, you need about 3 more years, about 10 more fights. You know what I mean? You need to get some knockout power. You know, you need to do some things. That's what they want me to say. They want me to go, yeah, man, don't go nowhere near Tank Davis. You seen what he doing. Yeah, man, don't fight him. Yeah, you ain't nowhere ready. You ain't ready for that. Stay away from him, boy. You better go tuck and hide. You know what I'm saying? You need about 3 more years of practice before you could be ready for Tank. And even then, you might not be ready. That's what they want me to say. Never. Make the fight. I'm Mr. Make the Fight. I'm about to put that on a t-shirt. I'm Mr. Make the Fight, damn it. I'm Mr. Make the Fight, man. Damn it. You know, I'm Mr. Make the Fight. You know what I mean? You say I sound like singing. Artem is fluid or something. Oh, yeah. You really, tell me again that you a diehard. Disguising yourself as a casual, you put Artem and Floyd in the same conversation. I'm done. Salute to you, Capone. You all good here, bro. But I gotta let you go. I gotta let you rock. You put Artem and Floyd in the same conversation. Ain't no way in hell. Nothing I said sounded like Artem was Floyd. That's why he said, what the hell? What y'all saying, man? Y'all saying something in the comments or what? I gave Artem 1 round because I think he was slightly more active. Yeah. I get it. I just don't think he won much rounds at all. I'll give him 2, and that's being generous. You know what I mean? But he got beat convincingly, handily. He didn't really try to change the duration. He didn't try to change the trajectory of the fight. He was just cool with losing and not getting stopped. So I think he felt some body shots and he stayed away. I think, like I said before to everybody, I'm a realist. I think the fact that Shakur had to be a hunter on that night, I don't think he was prepared to have to do that. I mean, that's as real as I could call it. You based on what you see from Artem, if you watch his fights, yeah, he moves, he boxes and moves pretty well in his fights, but it's never no fight I've seen where he's just intentionally moving away from his guy not, to not engage. Like we just seen him fight Frank Martin. He fought him much differently. I know it's a different fighter, but everybody say Frank Martin, more of a puncher, got more power, but he was coming forward with this guy. He gave him more trouble, punching him in his stomach, hurt him to the body. He didn't hurt Shakur nowhere, and he was right in front of him the whole time. Trying to be anyway, you know what I mean? Try to walk him down and all that good stuff. So I don't know. I seen some good stuff. You already know, Gertz, man. You already know. Ramon, what's good with it, fam? Salute the Nook in the building. You already know, man. Miss Real Deal Israel, peace to the queen. How you feeling today? Always good to see you. Milan, what's good with it? To be honest, as I see Shakur especially didn't put up a special performance. Nah, it wasn't you weren't jumping out your seat, but sometimes you just go in there and you get the job done, man. And Cut Creator was good with it. Tacoholics on today. All things was good. Busy peace, family. Bray and Rennie said Corey looked great. I'm just mad he didn't get the KO, but it's cool. Everybody not a KO artist. Shit, for sure. He could have put a little more mustard on, not mustard, but he could have put a little more emphasis on punch output, I think. You know what I mean? I do believe he was saying he's seen something. It was a reason for why he didn't do it. So that's why I say a lot of times, man, you just gotta listen to what the fighters say, and you can either take it for what it is. People still expect, him to do more than what he did, and that's fine. That's because I do believe he's capable of more than what he did. So I think that's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? But you got to get that win. Most importantly, get that win, man. Nah, man. I ain't a Shakur fan. I'm a boxing fan. I call myself a boxing fan. I'm a Shakur supporter. I'm a real one. I actually was at the fight. Been in 3 of his last 4. So fans, nah. But I'm very realistic and reasonable, and that's why people rock with me, because they know I don't come up here and just be fanned out for him. I ain't say nothing wrong. I gave him his criticism, but y'all look for what everybody else gives y'all. I'll be over on YouTube. I know what y'all looking for. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? You heard a while about any punch throughout the whole fight. Yeah, it's a good chance. Yeah, nah, he didn't get hit with nothing of note for real, to me, to be worried about it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I expected to see naturally just more offense because of that. I don't think he was ever hit with anything where he was like, damn, I got to be worried about that. I ain't see none of those moments from like, I ain't see none of that. I didn't see it. I mean, I ain't see no overly good, clean body shots that hurt. I ain't see none of that. And while you had your man, right in front of you, you had a dead man in front of you. He was dead man in there. We was at the fight. He was like, damn, I have to hear these goofies. Oh, you already know I knew LaMarcus. Bro, that popped in my head when I seen people stand up and start walking out, and Top Rank put that on the camera. I said, I linked over to my girl and said it. I looked over at her. I said, you know why they doing that, right? I said, why? I told my girl, I said, watch what the headlines be tomorrow. I said, you already know what they about to say. Yeah, I was like, that's exactly why they did it. And that's what they did. I basically appreciate you, fam. Yeah, Abdullah is he got a mean streak, man, and he young and he talented, man, and he's just gonna keep getting better. He right back in the ring in August. I think it's the 17th in Canada. I mean, salute to Jusdueboxing, man. He always on top of it. Salute to my guy Dub. He put me on that. Got the left hand when he engaged. Okay, it's boxing. You gonna get hit. He ain't unhittable, but again, he ain't get hit with nothing that where he really had to worry about it. You know what I mean? He got hit with the left foot. It just came to me what Coach Calvin was saying about Shakur. These last 6 fights, they're trying to make as much money in the most exciting fights. I mean, look, ain't nothing wrong with that, but ain't nothing wrong with trying to make exciting fights. But I mean, if you looking for specific styles of fights, because I just don't. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's tough. It's like if that's not one of the fights out of all them, then I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? But it again, man, it seemed like people be finding any reason to dismiss making a fight that should be made, and they're very selective as to what performances that they highlight or point to try to make their arguments based off. Like, people don't really be trying to see these fights for real. Yeah. The dialogue for sure, but they normally do. They got a different, like I said earlier, their relationship is a bit different than what everybody that I think the average trainer and coach for for some reasons that I won't even mention. Nothing bad though, but it's not nothing new what they was doing. All right, it just got highlighted on this fight, I think, because of reasons, obvious reasons. Okay, and that's Williams and Payton sound cool because Tank and Loma is about to do their thing. Coach Kenny, I know he joked about that fight not being on or Loma taking step aside, and people believed it. They ran with it, but you know he was joking. He said, "Where's the sense of humor?" I was just joking. Tank versus Loma is still on. So while Tank and Loma handle business, y'all, I wouldn't mind seeing Shakur fight Williams and Payton. I know they said no the first time, but I know they could revisit it. I mean, I don't think Williams and Payton is unwilling to fight him. You know what I mean? I question what Oscar De La Hoya be doing. He be double dipping. Like what they've been doing is they've been mentioning Shakur's name when he got fights coming up and going in another direction. They've done this a few times already, so it's kind of getting old. And it's not never Williams and Payton. He just going in there beating who they put in front of him. He looked impressive this weekend, knocking out Giovanni Cabrera like that in 3 rounds. That was impressive. Look, Shakur saying, let's make the fight. Say, been waiting on this. Let's see how much of a killer he really is. Why wouldn't people want to see that? Ain't that the Mr. 100 punches around himself? Let's do it. I know one of them dudes when I see him. Yeah, salute to my guy, Creole. Don, what it do, fam? Corbin Baranchik. Yeah, I think they put Baranchik in there with somebody else. I forgot the name. I got to go get it. I got to go look at my messages. Oscar don't believe in Zepeda. I don't think he believe in him against the Shakur style. I think Oscar knows full well Shakur style is very difficult to deal with. That's where people, I think the disconnect come in. I think people feel like when I speak about him, I make it seem like he can't be beat. No, what I do say is he got a style that's very difficult to deal with. You hearing coaches make certain comments that's pretty much telling you that. They telling you that. Somebody saying they won't put their fighter in there because Shakur ain't going to allow them to do what they want to do. That's telling you right there that he has a style that's difficult to deal with. You could try to slice it up and jazz it up however you want, but he ain't supposed to. Like, what fighter is supposed to let you do what you want to do in the ring? And he's the epitome of not letting you do what you want to do and doing what he want to do, right? So it would be great to see those two minds in the ring to see who could really test each other. You know what I mean? I mean, it's gonna be a test regardless, but it's just fun to watch, man. It'd be fun to watch. Stop Zepeda. It's gonna be hard for him to win on the cards. I figure you say that maybe because you figure he'll be throwing a lot of punches. I feel like I've seen fighters, and I ain't even got to use names. I've seen fighters that fight guys that throw a lot of punches, right? I just think part of neutralizing a guy's punch output is not being available for those punches when he throw them, right? I think that's the case with Williams and Payton and Buddy. I mean, damn, did my batteries just die on my thing? I think you just can't be there. You can't be available for him to hit you. That's what it is with Zepeda. I mean, you can't be because he'll hurt you. I mean, y'all smash the like button for me, man. We're going to keep rocking. Give me a second. Where's my dang batteries? Looking for my batteries, man. Oh, shit, man. My bad, y'all. I done pressed the button by mistake. Is it back? All right, back. All right, got it back. My battery had fell out. My bad. Okay, I ain't reading that. Oscar ain't making that fight. Yeah, Oscar that had to me undefeated cash cows in the stable. Yeah, I think he trying to maximize the earning potential with Williams and Payton, which is one of the reasons why he brings up Shakur's name conveniently, and then they go in another direction. We know they already been on record where they said no. So I just hate it, man. I hate it, bro. Because it's tough to build as a fighter when the guys that everybody say are tests are the ones that's cool on the smoke, but supposed to be the dogs as well. So that's the part that make me mad. We'll cry all day about how he talk as opposed to how he fight and say that don't line up. At least he ain't turning down no smoke. I'll tell you that. Damn sure ain't turning down no smoke. Yeah, he'd be the favorite. Yeah, I think part of the reason how he'll deal with it with the punch output is not being available. You know what I'm saying? Not being within range. William Zepeda, he's a very busy guy, dangerous. He can punch. He rip both sides of the body. He exactly the kind of fighter to give you hell. But I think he needs you to participate to be able to do what he wants to do. Giovanni Cabrera, although he can move pretty damn well and he can box and move, he do a lot of wasteful movements and he fights a bit jittery to me. Not irky jerky, but just jittery a little bit, like I don't know, nervous movement. Like when I see a guy kind of on their toes just bouncing unnecessarily, that's wasted movement and energy, bro. You gonna tire yourself down. Once you start landing to your body, the spring gonna be out of your step. You're not gonna be on the balls of your feet no more. You're not gonna be bouncing up on your toes. You're gonna be a little more stationary and planted, and then you're gonna go to work. But before he could really even do that, he got to his body. Got to his body, bro. Got to his damn body. I mean, who wants that WB? That's all I'm saying, Sonny. Just fight him. Like we be making mad. Yeah, he fight like this. Man, if you don't go beat him and take his belt, take his belt. People dismissing themselves from championship fights, talking about how somebody fight. This is the weirdest era that I've ever watched boxing in, bro. Instead of saying, yo, that style, because basically they say it's not difficult to deal with. He's not that good. I'm like, yo, just go beat him. Go beat him then. Then you see somebody getting there that you just seen in his last fight, give a dude a really good fight and come to win, and then he do the opposite. And nobody says nothing. They leaving that part out. NHA2, my guy, man, in the super chat. He said I was at the fight. That shit Tyrone did was corny. Yeah, I was in there. Man, you should. I wish you would have let me know you was in there, man. Showing a small section of people leaving, but I promise you people stayed to the end. They show love. Man, I'm glad you said it and I ain't have to say it, bro. Because people know they know it ain't just me saying it. That shit was intentionally done, but people are easily influenced as we can see by the reception today. Look how many times people type that in the comments, even in this live, even in the first one, like typing that shit like they set out to do exactly what they did and they got the desired result. They got everybody thinking that they was in there booing them and hating the fight and walking out. Even Clarissa spoke on it because she was in there too. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's they full of shit. You know what I'm saying? And try to devalue them on the way out. And Top Rank, they putting themselves in a position where I don't even see why he would want to sign back with y'all, because not only did you rob Shockey, you turn around and try to play him back to back. So y'all, Top Rank was really on one Saturday. Whether people want to know it, admit to it or not, they really was on one. They was doing all bullshit.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Oh man, you know what? I was laughing because I thought you was joking, but you probably serious. Bole, that who knows? I know he said it was interesting. He said he was gonna go holler at him before he make a decision. He said he was gonna go talk to him, get some game, get some advice from him on what he could potentially do next. So who knows? You know what I mean? Maybe if he ain't too unwilling to be a co-main or something like that. You know what I mean? Depending on what his situation is. I just don't know what that. I would love to know what he gonna do without feeling like I'm all in the business, but I just be wanting to know, because then we can start to think about who he potentially gonna fight next. I been doing him favor. Nah, he ain't. Facts. He ain't. That's why he gave him Artem. He gave him Artem. He could have matched him up differently. He gave him Artem for a reason. Just don't trust the Golden Boy or top ranked judges. I'm telling you, after his situation, it's gonna be tough. He gonna have to keep winning clean. He can't let no fight be close. He better not let no fight be close. Yo, bro, better not let a fight be close, man. Hell nah. No fight better not be close, man. They gonna try to stick it to him. See what they just did to Shock, bro? Man, they gonna try to stick it to him. They make Corvus dead. That is the fight, Al Booger. Realistically, the Tank fight is some fights away. I truly believe that. It's always a cool conversation to have it with level-headed people, but I think it's a ways off. Tank gonna keep doing what he doing. It's good to see him and Loma is about to run it. Now, I mean, like I said, either him or Shakur should have got the fight. I don't really have a preference as to who get it. I don't care. A good fight either way. I can't wait to see that one. It's gonna be a good one, man. It's gonna be a good one. The Tank best fight to be made. It is. It is. Yeah. Facts, Don. I just wish that we can get what made sense, and what made sense is the fact that both of them are not fighting each other next. They should both be in unifications next. Get what I'm saying? Why wouldn't they both be in unifications next and then fight for undisputed? But they too busy trying to trick us fans, our supporters. We junkie supporters, and hear that fight don't make sense and they can't make that shit happen. That's some bullshit, because them the best two fighters, meaning they should have the hardware before they fight each other. Because it seemed like that's essentially what people are doing, putting the little mental roadblocks in the way for the fight not to happen. Well, cool. While it's not happening, let them go unify belts. They on, and more narratives get shot down in the process. Tank get to unify. Know what I mean? They say, oh, he's 30 years old. He never unified. Well, Loma head is on the chopping block. Shut up. Narrative shot down. Definitely can't call him no flat-footed come forward Mexican. Not Lomachenko. More narratives that can't be created off of this fight. All that old shit. Let people that just want to complain. Over here, we love good fights. We don't care about shitting on good fights. We don't care that a guy is a little older now. So what? Now it make more sense now than it ever did. Both guys are relative closer in skill level and competition level than what it would have been years ago. So I mean, both of them coming off knockout wins. One of them to the body, one of them set it up with a left hand over the top. At the end of the day, I don't see no reason why it's two guys coming off knockout wins, impressive knockout wins with championships shouldn't fight each other. But you let some nervous ass fan tell it, yeah, man, nah, don't make Tank versus Loma. It's too late. I wanted to see it 5 years ago. And then you ask them why you don't want to see it now, and they can't even give you a good reason. Talking about he old. That shit sounds stupid. He old. He's old. He's old. Loma's old. Based on when, then you ask him, what are you basing that off? The fights or what? Yeah, come forward Ukrainian. You know what I mean? With angles that can test and challenge Tank, right? That's actually going to come to win. Make the fight, man. Tank knock his ass out too, because I know what's going on. I mean, do work. Use range. Talking about core, but is there a way you can leverage him being a great range fighter, but also teach him to be more consistent on the inside? Yeah, I think with him, Tony, is all about self-belief and comfortability. You know what I mean? Self-belief worked wonders for him. Him being comfortable in there and just believing in himself and his skill and talent. I think it's just attention to detail and putting more focus in those areas, Tony, to to be that. Like I said, the point I made earlier is, he was actually a hunter for this fight, and that you never really see him be no hunter. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why you see some inconsistencies in the approach, because that's not something he typically has to do. He don't have to go out there and seek his guy out. He don't got to go looking for his guy. Show me the fight where he really had to go seek his guy out and go chase him down, right? And I'm just using the word chase, but he should have been cutting the ring off Saturday. But that's the first and only fight you've ever had to see that element of him. And again, that's not fighting in the pocket that I'm talking about. I'm talking about having to really go get your guy. You know what I mean? You couldn't sit on the back foot or, use the lateral movement a lot because he had to go get his guy. See what I'm saying? So that's what, that's just not a part of his game that he's privy to showing us. So that's something that you could continue to see him work on if that's the case. You know what I mean? When he is on the front foot, more efficiency, more punch output, just putting the punches together. You know what I mean? Trusting in what you see and letting your hands go. That's all. You know what I mean? Opulent LDTV, what's good with it, man? You already know, man. Much love to my guy, man. Salute to you, bro. I feel like Shakur is out the Loma. Think about you, D, man. The sooner the better, man. Dre Smith in the building. Was good with it, fam. You fight like Usyk, moving all the time. Good fight, Shakur. Yeah. He was doing some moving. We signed with Top Rank. Could have unified. That's the problem. It shouldn't be like a. I know they do business, but they shouldn't hold it. They shouldn't hold it. Try to hold him hostage for him to get good fights. That's where boxing go wrong instead of making the fights. But it is a business, and that's the ugly side of it. So with Top Rank doing how they doing, with him feeling like they're against him, I don't see why he would go back. I'm pretty sure any advice Bug giving him is probably not going to be to go back. I know everybody making a big deal about his money. That ain't really my field or area to care about. He gonna find a way to get paid. He got a good team around him. But I do think his next move is going to be important. His wherever landing spot, wherever he end up at. I mean, yeah, for sure. They don't want him getting out of the belt and walking out with it. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? You know, that the fight to our section turned up. Yeah, baby girl had about 4 or 5 rows laughing because she was going nuts in the crowd, yeah. Honestly, I want to see Zepeda versus De Los Santos. That's a good fight, too. That's a good fight. It's a good fight. But I say Zepeda because Oscar De La Hoya used his Shakur's name enough, and he needs to I think he needs to deliver on that. He's been saying that he'll make that fight. He said he's ready to put Zepeda in there with the best fighters at 35. Giovanni Cabrera was a good test. The way he handled it was very impressive to get him out of there that early. William Old School Peace, bro. How you feeling? I hear somebody said the reason Cabrera stayed down because he couldn't hear the count or something to that effect. AMP said Ernesto Tito Mercado fighting July 27th. Salute to AMP, man. Man, salute to you. Appreciate you pulling up. What I was gonna say? I had Tito Mercado on here. Go check it out, AMP. I did an interview with him. We talked again briefly. He said he got to come back up here. So hopefully I can get him up here maybe either before or after his next fight. Definitely talk to him. I like Tito Mercado. He doing it the hard way. He getting it out the mud. He ain't had the biggest push, but he's still making it work. He winning fights and he continuing to be impressive. Man, pardon me, man. Salute to my guy, BJ33 in that cash app. Saying salute, family. Much love, much appreciation to my guy.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Salute to BJ33. That's love. Appreciate the support, man. Let me get off of that. Man. People don't realize how common that nickname Tito is. Yeah, it's a common nickname. I like it though, man. He represents well, man. Tito Mercado is one of those guys that, you know, probably go under the radar. They ain't the biggest of names, but definitely talented. He's strong. He can fight. Shit, he retired. I think he retired Hank Lundy because he damn sure better retire after that ass whooping he took. He need to retire. But yeah, he's a good fighter. I like Tito, man. I like him. But let's keep building, man. We ain't done yet. Y'all know we got because we ain't even get to everything. So one more thing that that we're gonna speak on far as with Shakur is just something that I heard from Coach Kenny, and y'all know they the family, but he said something interesting that provoked some thought, made me think a little bit. But I'm gonna play it, man. He was talking to Mill City Boxing, man. Let me roll the clip. Where is it, man? By the way. My stomach growling. Y'all, I feel like y'all can hear it through the thing. Shout out to Mill City Boxing and Coach Kenny, man. He got interesting assessment. Let me play this joint.
What is he going to do to Tank? I thought he was going to turn it up, man. I mean, you can only take his word. And that was 100% Shakur last night because he was prepared to look better than what he did his last performance for his fans, you know? No excuses. That was 100% score. He did his best. He ain't gonna come no better than that.
You don't think he could get better than that, Coach? You don't think he can watch the film and be able to finesse that?
He did everything. He in the gym. He prepared to look good because he had to make up for his last performance. So I'm saying he came his best. No excuses. That was the best. That was the best Shakur last night. You gonna get right there. He ain't gonna throw nothing no harder. You gotta be able to fight a grown man off of something. I don't care who you fighting. At that level that they on the rank, he's ranked. He's not fighting no guys gonna come at him, man.
Mm-hmm. And I thought that was interesting that he says, he felt like that was him at his best. That's 100%. Like he can't get no better than that. And I'll say this. I'm not big on disagreeing with nobody, but I always give people something to think about. That's the interesting take what he was saying. And I get why he was saying it, right? He felt like 100%. Look, that's him. He prepared for that. He was trying to outdo, you know what I mean? That's the best he could have did. I don't believe that's the best he could have did because you've seen him do better before. Just simple. It's simple. You've seen them do better than that before. So I think, and again, they basing this is all based off offense. So have you seen them be more offensive in the past? Absolutely. So I think you've seen them be better than that. And again, Shakur just turned 27 years old, right? I'm just making a point. If Tank at 29 years old, if they can comfortably say we haven't seen his whole entire bag, then I don't think it's out the realm of reality and possibility to say at 27, Shakur is the best that he's going to be, right? I think you can get better now. It ain't going to be light years better. You're not going to just reinvent yourself and be some whole different fighter. But I do think you can continue to hone in on your craft, sharpen up on certain aspects and parts of your game. If not, then what is all the hard work for? If you see Tank Davis, right? They say it all the time. We haven't seen his whole bag, right? We still looking for that opponent. So when somebody says Shakur needs the right dance partner, that's true. Look at some of what Coach Kenny said. He's not fighting people that's coming at him. He says you got to have something at a point. You got to have something to keep a guy off you. It's interesting that he said that in the clip because at the time of, that was when he hit Artem with the body shots and Artem was backing off. So we seen him have something to keep a guy off him. We seen that. We also seen him perform better offensively. You know what I mean? So I'm just being, giving y'all something else to think about. So it's an interesting take. And I'm not big on disagreeing. I just have a different train of thought. I get where he's going with it. He made a good point. He made some good points, but I think I did too. And again, if y'all can say at 29, Tank still has more in his bag, right? I don't think it's out the realm of possibility to say that. And I'm not saying more in the bag, but he can be better than what he was on that night at 27 years old. That's like saying that's the best performance that he could possibly put out. And that I don't think that's the reality. So I think it's, again, just how, they feel like, and they're very open and honest about it. They like, it takes the right opponent to pull that out. Well, I think the same could be said for him. You know what I mean? Might take the right opponent for him to look a certain way. Maybe, again, that performance doesn't look the way it did if it wasn't an Artem in the ring. So a lot of what he said, I get it. And it just tied into some of what Teddy Atlas is saying when he said, people ain't coming forward and, these guys like, yeah, so you need the right dance partner. And that's why I say Artem didn't do that. But he definitely kept him up off him. He kept the grown man in retreat mode. So I do think that's a lot better that he can do. Fresh Baker was good with it, fam. Jarrell was good, family. And Shakur be promoting the fight and talking shit. That's what I say. Yeah, they do. I rock with Coach Kenny. You know what I mean? Not too many people going like, break it down like that. He gave a good assessment or viewpoint of what he think. You know what I mean? But for me, I just look at it like there's always room for growth. Like, and if you feel like you can't grow, then you're gonna stay stuck on stupid. So you always gotta believe you could grow. Keep trying to get, just get better and sharpen certain aspects of your craft. If that's not true, then why the hell would Tank be working on the orthodox stance at all? Why would he be? Why, you get what I'm saying? Why at all would he be a southpaw be working on the orthodox stance? Because he intends to get better, and that's how you get better, right? Attention to detail. So what I'm saying is, if a guy at 29 can get better, a guy at 27 can get better. It's just a matter of putting in the work, but putting in the right work. You get what I'm saying? I think that's reasonable. So I think there's, as long as you're working, as long as you're trying to fix some things, I think there's always room for some growth. You know what I mean? I think it's always room for improvement. But to a certain degree, it makes sense what he's saying. Like, you're not about to be some new and improved guy, but there are areas where you can be better at. But he wasn't giving them that window of opportunity, but it's there because it's there for any fighter that puts in the work. You get what I'm saying? And if, people say you're only as good as your last, well, this performance was better than the last. So I never agree with that. You know what I mean? I never agree with that. So he always had hand issues. Do you recall? I didn't catch it. Teach, did he? I didn't catch it. Salute to my guy, NHA2, man. He said, hey, Just. Hey, yo, Just, I'm trying to figure out who was the one dude in there making the sound effects every time Corland or threw a punch here, fam. Hey, yo, I'm laughing because it's so funny. It's so funny. I'm not for sure. I got to double check. I got to call my cousin. It might have been my cousin that you talking about, bro, because I didn't see my cousin face to face, but I definitely 100% from my seat heard him. And that's how he do. It sound like something he do. When he's supporting somebody, he knows Shakur his guy. He the one that put me on to him. So, like when he was supporting this guy, he stand up the whole fight. He be talking shit the whole fight. He be making people laugh, going crazy. It could have been him, bro. It could have been him. I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask him. I'm not for sure though, man. Don't quote me on it, man. I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask him, was he the one in there doing that? Cause I definitely heard his voice in there for sure, without a doubt. I know what he sounded like. I was like, yo, is that Cuz? But I was locked into the fights too, so I ain't spent too much time on it. But it was him.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now
that's
it's time for you to get your just do.
Probably was him though. I'm gonna ask him though, because that's how he was when me and him went and watched Kenneth Sims fight at the Prudential. He was standing up the whole time. He was yelling stuff. And you know what was funny? When Kenneth Sims fought at the Prudential a couple years back, he was fighting Keysahwn Williams. Calvin Ford was coaching Keysahwn Williams in that fight, and my cousin was just up yelling the entire time, bro. I had a good time. It was funny, bro. Nick Ballin TV, how you feeling, fam? This point is all relevant to Tank. I think he's saying that core can get no stronger. So how we keep Tank at bay. You better find a way. I don't think it's about keeping him at bay. I don't think it's about keeping Tank at bay as much as it's keeping them all balanced and giving them something to think about. Like I know everybody is so fond of that saying of how you gonna keep a guy off you. Like they keep saying you can't keep guys off you. Body shots, anybody could be hurt to the body. That's number one. Anybody could be hurt to the body, and either I'm gonna be real wrong or real right. I just feel like people are spending a extreme amount of focus on just power alone, and I've never seen. Like when we talk about the level that we say they operate at, I never seen people put that level of emphasis on just power alone. Like that's the end all be all. So that's the part that kind of confuses me. It's like it's a lot. I get it because you see the clear separation of power. Like if you throw them two on paper, we all know what's the biggest difference between the two, right? But to me, that's the biggest difference. That could be a determining factor, whether it be good or bad. You know what I mean? It just all depends on how the fight play out. You know what I mean? But I just don't think there's no one way to deal with him. I think you got to deal with a multitude of things when you're dealing with him because that's just what he is. You know what I mean? You got to be prepared to deal with a complete fighter. You got to be prepared to get pressured, to have to try to keep a guy off the fight, to use angles, pivoting, just like Ant McQueen, the professor, is saying facts, man, facts. Getting walked down. Yeah, I don't think he'll run short on gas and fumes like that, LaMarcus. I think Frank Martin started the fight very well, but it reminded me very similar to Demetrius Andre. And let me tell you what I mean by that. We seen Andre have a pretty decent fight. Well, start against David Benavidez. It was fun to watch. We like, damn, look how he started the fight. But at the same token, it was a pace that he couldn't keep up with. So it ended up backfiring on him, right? Frank Martin, although he fought at a pace that looked good early, he was unable to keep up with it. And what happened ultimately? He got stopped. So I do think it was some nerves that he was dealing with. I do think some body shots that he took helped deplete his gas tank. And, he backed himself into a corner and he met his demise. Like, anybody that backs themselves in a corner willingly with Tank, and that's where you reside, that's where you at, that's probably where you're going to get knocked out at. That's probably where you're going to get knocked out at because he for sure going to go get you. Like, that's like putting yourself backing yourself to a corner. Like, that's not smart. You're going to hurt you. Right. Same with Boo Boo. Right. That body shot changed everything. Yeah, absolutely. 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 Bobby Womack, he said, Tank can take Ryan, Rolly, and Frank punch. He can take any punch Shakur got. It's not about taking the punches, man. It's not just about taking punches. I think we dismissing everything and we strictly talking about power. We strictly talking about power. I mean, I think Tank's shown to have a beard, man. It's not a matter if he can't take punches. You gotta box and fight. You gotta mix it up, bro. Everybody gonna go in there like, well, because he could take my punch, I can't. There's no way I could beat him. You know what I mean? You shit. I seen Fury deal with Wilder's punch to a certain degree, right? So, you know what I mean? The thing is, you don't want to beat her. The goal ain't to try to prove you can take his punch, though. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I guess that's where the IQ kicks in for sure. That's what that's gonna come to. Like Core just they don't. I already knew that. They don't, because they don't consider nothing but just power. That's what I hear. And the only reason I highlight that, because I would think a fight with a guy, what he has, they would focus more on just the power aspect alone. That's the only thing. That's like the talk of the fight. So it's like, if I listen to what people said, or if he listened to what people said, shit, he shouldn't even fight him. He shouldn't even fight him. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't even fight him. But you just don't. You never know what'll happen until you get in there, bro. Got to get in there and fight. You better take a punch, doesn't change the fact that you're still getting hit. Right. Take 100 shots per round. See how that works out for you at the end of the match. You dig what I'm saying, Gertz? Right. So, yeah, I was about that. Coron, oh, yeah. I seen a notification from him. I didn't check it, though. I didn't see what it was. Salute to my guy from Cigar Talk. What is this? Get out of here, bro. T6B, man. On Twitter is troll central, bro. I swear. Nigga take Stevenson punch, but Stevenson can't Tank punch. Tank will take a punch to give. I don't think the goal would be to try to take his punch. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the goal would be to try to take his punch. The goal is to try to get hit by his best shots. People make it seem like every punch he throws is like some home run hitter, or he's just some guy that's going in there swinging haymakers. The dude actually sets traps, sets things up, and can box. That like he's just going in there just winging haymakers, and it's just going to be some easy. I don't see that fight being easy for either guy. I don't care about the win and the loss. That shit, I ain't stuck on that. I just want to see it when it happens. But again, good. Ashley's corner was good. Cuzzo, how you feeling? Yeah, all it takes is one punch. Yeah, it do. But again, man, you still want to see these fights, man. Everybody don't get knocked out. People are automatically assuming that fight automatically results into a knockout. I can't say that that's 100% the case. I can't just. Again, you talk about somebody that is making it very difficult to hit him, and we just gonna disregard that and say, yeah, well, because this dude just gonna hit him. It's gonna be so easy. It's not gonna be easy. I mean, I don't think knocking him out would be easy. I think knocking him out would be a real test, man, for anybody. You know what I mean? I think it'd be a real challenge. But that's why we see these fights, you know. That's why we see them. Man, come on, man. Saying the Tank is willing to punch with and in between opponent shots will be willing to like the easiest route to find Shakur punching with him. Yeah. I mean, see how it play out, you know. Try to force him into an exchange. But I just feel like I still feel like a lot of emphasis is just being put on punching power. Like I feel like at that level, that's not the only factor. Like, that's the only thing I hear about is punching. You know what I'm saying? Punch power, punch this. He can't take his punch. He ain't going to be it's like, damn. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think exchanging with him is smart at all. I mean, I seen Hector Garcia try to do some of that. That shit didn't work out for him. And that's the thing that's killing me. The shit that they're saying he's going to do that they not going to like. Well, everybody else tried it their way, and that shit didn't work. Ryan came right at him. Well, how did that work out for him? What was it, 6-7 rounds later, his kidneys was hurt. You get what I'm saying? Hector Garcia tried to fight him in the pocket and exchange shots and be tough right there with him. How'd that work out for him? By round what, 7 it was? Was it 7 or 8? Was it round 7 or 8? This dude was talking about he got a headache, he can't see, asking his corner, did he get knocked out? Like, do y'all hear what I'm saying? Do you get the point that I'm making? You get what I'm saying? What did Rolly Romero do? He came right at Tank too. How did that work out for him? He had to wait till he got back to the locker room with his dad holding him up. He asked what happened. He like, yo, he got you. You get what I'm saying? He had to realize by the time they was walking to the locker room that this fight over, bro. He got you. You get what I'm trying to say? People like it's just some special way to do it. Nah, you know what I mean? You seen people come at him. Have you seen anybody really try to like stay on the outside and box that was able to sustain it? No. Frank Martin had a good game plan and strategy initially, but he couldn't keep up with it. So if it's only good as long as it lasts, that's not very sustainable. I think he fought in a way that wasn't sustainable, and he ran short on fumes very early, and it cost him. It definitely cost him. know what I mean? I ain't gonna say very early. It took a little bit, but I think with the nerves, the natural nerves of the fight, along with the moving that he was doing, along with the shots that he was getting hit with, I think all helped deplete the gas tank. And then he made a very bad decision of languishing around the ropes, and he paid. You know what I'm saying? He could stop his punch out, put all pressure on. King was good with it, fam. Casey made for every other attribute being close, athleticism, IQ. Yeah. And I think that's that's the glaring separation. But you know what point I'm making at that level. That's not always the determining factor. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like to use comparisons in fights because a lot of times people make it seem like, you taking a shot at that fighter. But I look at it like this. That's a fight either guy can win, and I'm never going to think differently, obviously, until I see it play out. Yeah, nah, for sure, for sure, definitely close. That's what I say. A lot of times there's no focal point on none of that other stuff, and I got my own suspicion as to why that's the only thing people focus on for real. Like they can say what they want, but they tell on themselves when that they kind of shortchange the fighter when all they talk about is power. Especially with this matchup, because I think it'd be so many other nuances at play in that fight besides power. That's just that's evident in every fight that he's in, though, and who's been able to really take them flush shots from him anyway. So that's not saying nothing bad. That's not a guy that you want to be on the receiving end of when he planting his shots. I'm sorry, you just don't want to be there, bro. He might punch you out your damn your socks. So it just ain't no one specific way to approach a fight with him. You gotta pick your poison, pick your spots, and gotta make that shit work, man. There's no blueprint out there, but I think there'd be so many other nuances at play in a fight between them two than just power. But that's all people be kind of like highlighting. You know what I'm saying? That's all they be talking about. To the Atlas, y'all hit the like button for me if you haven't. We're gonna keep going. B-Dog, what's good? We're gonna have to use every tool in his bag, and even that might not be enough. That's possible, bro. It's possible, but yeah, I agree. Use them tools, man. You're gonna have to bring them tools out the shed, all of them. It takes ring IQ, ring general shit. You can really box well. So can Shakur? Nah, I think they know. I think I think they know. They gotta know. You know what I mean? But Shakur know. You know what I'm saying? Shakur know. That's what's most important. As long as the fighter that's getting in there know. I mean, the fans can think what they want. I mean, they fans at the end of the day. Anybody underrating his IQ still at this point just clearly don't watch him. I'm not even giving him no benefit of the doubt. Nah, at this point, if you don't know Tank IQ is at a high level, you don't watch him. That's all. And you probably don't like him, more than likely. You know what I'm saying? Or the combination of the two. Say what Floyd did to Canelo, or is it a total difference? That'd be extremely difficult because simply because obviously different fighters, different styles, different matchups. Floyd is really, really special kind of guy, man. He's God gifted, man. You know what I mean? It's just different. And Tank, I think at this point is more seasoned than what Canelo would have been when Floyd fought him. You get what I'm saying? Canelo naturally is limited in some areas, I believe, maybe where Tank is not. You know what I'm saying? So I think, like if you think about it, they were the same size. If Canelo was a 135, man, I don't know. Like who would you say was more skillful? You know what I'm saying? Who's shown you? It's tough, man. It's tough to say. But I don't think he can. I think that's a very dangerous fight to try to stand there right there in the pocket with him the whole time is very dangerous. So I don't see how that could be risky. That's a risky approach. Like I said, you just gotta pick your poison when you're dealing with a guy that's complete. You gotta pick it, you gotta pick your spots, when to be who you gonna be, when to fight, you know what I mean? When to box, when to move, like you're gonna have to pick your spots. But everybody can be beat, anybody can have an off night. Somebody can outthink you and just beat you to the punch. Like it can happen. You know what I mean? Everybody don't get knocked out. That's all I'm saying. Everybody don't get knocked out. What happens if there's no knockout? And like I said, most of the people that speak about it, they only speak about it just being a knockout. 8 to 10, 9, 8, 9, 10. It's gonna be a knockout for sure, for sure, for sure. They're not even willing to possibly explore if it's not a knockout. And then the times that they do, they're like, well, yeah, if it's go to decision, yeah, I just got tank on points. UD. I'll be like, ain't no scenario where he lose to some people. They like, hell no, they can't see it. But I understand it because, you know, it's just that dangerous, man. And dudes ain't got what it, they don't have what it takes to really change how the fight goes. Like once he gets you in his world, it's over. It's over. Yeah, facts. Once they girl like him, they hate him. You know what I'm saying? They hate him. I know I was saying that because just asked why people only talk about his power. I mean, not just why. I'm just wondering why. Not just talking about why is that the only focal point? It's almost like they sell him short when they do that. You know what I mean? That's what. Talk about it, man. We ain't just talking about no power. That's the problem. Explosive power. See, like you could really peel back the layers. Like I'll be wanting people to say more than this casual ass shit. Power. I'm tired of hearing that. He way more than that. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, I keep power. Man, how y'all think he got 28 knockouts? Just power. No technique, no IQ, no ring IQ, no ring generalship, no ability to set traps, go get a guy, nothing. It's just power. That's why I hate hearing it. Like, nah, it's gonna be a lot more nuances at play when that fight takes place, is what I'm saying. Not gonna just be based off power alone. Sean Clark, my guy, how you feeling, bro? Good to see you in the building. No tanking boxing, great IQ. We only need to pull out that against a pressure fighter, not Shakur. You just never know, man. You just never know what. Like I know a lot of people feel like they just know how the fight gonna play out. I just felt like I known one too many times and seen something different. So we just never know. Let's see it. You know, all this stuff we saying is fairly reasonable, though. You know what I'm saying? You know, waist up is terrific. Those feet are just a tad bit heavy footed, and that's what I think makes him limited. Whereas Tank, not so much. I don't feel like he's limited in that regard. You know what I'm saying? So that's what makes him a bit more dangerous too. The ability to have those cat-like reflexes and respond that way and be able to get on whatever. The thing is being able to get on whatever type of time your opponent get on, right? If we need to box, I can box with you. Can you fight with me? When I go get you, can you deal with me like that? I say this all the time. Levon down Gaither was good, fam. Both can box, are fast. So what's this? Desperation. I think they both are dogs. Different tank game dogs. Shakur is regular pit. Shakur will go for the kill. Yeah, I think it's temperament, bro. It's temperament. I think one, because of how he's built and his strongest attributes, he's more equipped to be that killer because he got the power to do it. I think when you're more of a pure boxer and less of a puncher, you got to be great at the things that Shakur is great at. That's what people don't give him enough credit for. Things that he is really good at. Him not being this puncher, he's good at. It's a lot of other shit he's good at, but they'll keep focusing on power alone. Like that, like boxing is not called boxing in the sweet science for a reason. And that's why I say he check all them boxes, but they'll keep talking about shit like that, like showing dog. And like I said, I gotta find that quote from Andre Ward when he talked about other ways to show dog and how he explained it. He put it in beautiful words, and I agree 1,000,000%. People feel like if you ain't in there getting your head bust to the white meat, then you ain't showing no dog. This ain't no damn video game, and getting punched in your face and taking punches, getting knocked upside the head ain't nothing cool. I mean, that's why Coach King says you haven't seen the whole bag. Ain't nothing wrong with that because only they could feel like that because they work with them. So I get it. It ain't even a big question to me, but when people say that, I could say at 30 years old, almost 30, you still got more of a bag. A guy at 27 that just turned can get better, can be more polished. Like to say he can't is kind of disregarding the potential of a guy to get better and grow for one fighter, but it's different for another guy. And I don't see that to be the case. I don't see that to be the case. That's the point, though. He can take his punch and box. He not just power. Yeah, I mean, I think I've been saying that pretty much the whole time. But what I'm saying, I think the point y'all missing is I'm telling y'all, people put too much emphasis on power in this fight. Like that's just going to be the deciding factor. I don't think so. It's going to be a lot of other things that he going to have to do well and on the same level as Shakur to land the power. It's like people don't want to have a conversation outside of it having to be work. They just like, this going to be the easiest fight for him. I would be very shocked if that was the case. Exchange with Tank. Yeah, I mean, it could happen. It could happen. I'm talking about boxing. Yeah, and that's why I say, man, boxing, man, the boxing ability, man, matters too, man. It's a lot of other things that are going to be determining factors is all I'm saying. And it won't just be power alone. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's not more than power. I'm saying it's not going to be that alone. So why do people focus so heavily on that? The only answer I could come up with is what Ant said, what I already thought is because that's the clear separation. That's understood, but you still kind of sell a guy short when you reduce his talent and his skill set with him being a complete fighter to just power. Yeah, the only thing is going to be differences. Yeah, he can punch. He can't keep him off him. He can't do this. They said he can't punch at all. He kept Artem off him. I'm not saying Tank is Artem. Please, nobody think that. But they said he can't keep a grown man off him. I seen him do that Saturday. I seen him keep a grown man. You know what I mean? Let's blow up the super chat. Dope content. Much love to my guy, Lonnie Lee, man. Back in the super chat. Much love to my guy, man. Appreciate all the support. Much love to everybody rocking with your boy. We're going to keep building because we ain't done just yet.
And
man.
we ain't never got a box.
We ain't done yet.
Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Much love to my guy. Frequent Flyer, my guy. What's good with it, bro? Now you feeling Power's a big lightweight division because a lot of them don't have it. Yeah, Tank has that in abundance. Absolutely do. Absolutely. But if he ain't have all those other skills to go with it, his power would be like a moot point at this stage, right? So that's all I'm saying. I think he's earned the right now when we talk about him to speak more on just power. I don't care who he's going up against. It's like we can speak more heavily on just power alone because that's not how he just winning fights. He's not just coming in there bum rushing guys with power and getting knockouts. How some people make it seem like, oh, he just sitting and waiting, then he just relies on one lucky shot and boom. And nah, that's bullshit. I'm telling you, this bullshit. So that's all I'm saying. I hope y'all get the point that I'm making. Not y'all in here, but people focus too much on the power. It starts to dim all the other things that he do well. Yeah, we get that. That's easy to identify. But at this point, you know, especially with 28 of them being knockouts, it's very evident as to what he's bringing to the table. And it's just far more than power. Like, I don't believe it's power as much as it is technique, torque, punch placement, you know, weight transition, all those things, technique. People keep talking power. No, he got the total package into getting them shots off the right way. He make them joints count, man. You get what I'm saying? Like, look how they train. Look how they train. Look how he was placing those shots when him and Coach Kenny was doing that drill. And then look how he placed his shots in the actual fight. He's very dangerous, bro. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, that takes IQ, technique, timing, patience, you drilling it, hard work. Like, it's time now for the conversation to elevate past just talking about this man's power. Because best believe if he's able to fight Shakur and it results into a knockout, it's not going to just be because he hits hard. That's not going to be it. And again, I know we all understand he's more than power in here. We get that. But a lot of people only talk about it. They say they know it, but that's all they talk about. They don't talk about how he's setting this shit up, how good his feet actually are, reflexes and things like that. That's enabling him to be able to land his power. That's all I'm saying. He got more layers to him than just, he's strong. He hit hard. Yeah, he could take your punch. You can't take his. He more than that. He's more than that because people almost make it sound like he wants to get hit. I don't believe no guy wants to get hit. But just so happens for him, fortunately for him, when he does take a shot, he got the chin to deal with it. And he got all the power in his own hands to deliver that and then some. So that's you know, kudos to him for that, having a hell of a chin and being able to deliver that melatonin like that. You know what I'm saying? He be administering melatonin and fight legal melatonin. Yeah, he be having big crowds of people and administering melatonin to his opponent in real time in the ring. Sean Clark, my guy, man. Appreciate you always supporting the grind as well, man. Tank is more than just a KO artist. Yes, you're going to check your temp, get in your head. His IQ is way up. Angles are disguising shots, and the one-hitter quitter. Yeah, I agree with everything. I can't disagree with nothing, man. That's all I say. So we all know it in here, but like I said, I like for the conversation to elevate past something as casual as power. That dude a lot more than that. And again, like I said, he shows it. And for him to get a knockout, it's not going, it's not going to just be because he hit hard. We've seen guys hit hard and not get knockouts. You know what I'm saying? We've seen guys with a ton of power and not be able to get the stoppages because they lack the skill or the technique or whatever the case, the skill to set up or the creativity to set up the power, to land the power, right? So we've seen it a bunch of times. That's not the case with him.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my guy, Sean. Much love, family. KBSR said that first knockdown was Ryan demonstrated everything. Yeah, he kind of tamed him a little bit. He let Ryan know that it was real. It was real. He got a chance, shorter fighter. He'll take more risks to get his off. That's what made him dangerous too. He a risk taker because I think he definitely believes in himself. His self-belief is very strong. I think sometimes when Shakur fights, some people question that, like if he truly believes in himself. I don't think it's a matter of him not believing in himself as much as it's being comfortable with what's in front of him to do the things that people want to see him do. I mean, Superman was good with it. Yeah, OD melatonin too. So he said a while back, if you need a KO to beat me, it's not happening. yeah, Shakur. Yeah, man, he did say that. He said that Superman was good, family. Press conference going to be lit tonight with Shakur. It'll be fun. It'll be fun because I don't think there's going to be no quitting either guy. But Tank don't need a KO to beat Core. But that's all people talk about, LaMarcus. Like you don't really hear nobody, and I ain't saying nobody at all, but most people you don't hear them exploring a decision win. You don't even hear people talk about a possibility of how that'll play out. I just keep hearing no matter which way it play out, Shakur lose. I'm gonna say this because without giving no pick, if somebody told me they were to fight right, and it ended in a knockout, that's easy for me as to who I would go with. If somebody told me that the fight went to decision, I would lean to a Shakur. That's more his game. He's shown me more times than not the ability to go 12 rounds and outbox people. Tank hasn't had to do that because he can get you out of there. You don't get paid for overtime. I appreciate the entertainment and how you get your guy out of there, but that's the only reason, because obviously one guy showed me in 30 fights, 28 of them bit the dust. The next guy showed me in 22 fights, 10 of them bit the dust. The other times you had to go to decision, and you've been accustomed to going to 12-round duration. So you've shown me the ability to have to do that. I feel like that's very difficult, as well as it is to maintain a KO streak and keep getting guys out of there as you're outboxing them, figuring things out, downloading data, getting up on the cars, and then getting your guy out of there. So both things that these guys do, they do it at a high level, and it's extremely difficult to do both. But if I just had to take a shot in the dark and somebody told me, hey, man, that fight ended in a knockout and I didn't see it, I'll say, oh, Tank probably got that, right? More than likely. Somebody say, hey, man, went to decision. It was a good fight. I say, man, Shakur more than likely got it. That's just me based off what I've seen. But that doesn't mean that Tank can't win by decision or Shakur can't win by knockout. Anything can happen in a fight. It's just, I feel like most people feel like either situation is less likely to happen. Shakur is far less likely to knock out Tank. And people feel like Tank is less likely to outbox Shakur because he won't have to. He can knock him out. Get what I'm saying? So anything can happen in a fight. That's why you see it. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have fun and we see these joints. You know what I mean? I'm interested to see what game plan Shakur will come up with, if he'll stick to it like, after getting hit. For sure. Nah, that's real. And I think that's fair too. You're not going to outbox him. I think that's real and that's fair. You think Tank beats Raisin Ryan with the raspberry lemonade flavor Osterine mixed with the invisible natural? You stupid, man. Nah, Coach Kenny said he killed that. He said he killed that. Coach Kenny said he'd tell Tank don't even take that fight no more because of those remarks that he made. Coach ain't feeling that. And that's why I told Ryan he could potentially, not that I told him, that's what I said pertaining to Ryan, he could potentially mess up future bags with his comments by making, you don't know who you rubbed the wrong way saying the stuff that he said. So yeah, he said he told Tank though. He said to Tank, we ain't taking that. We ain't fighting him again. Shakur should slug with Tank. Hell yeah, should slug with him and show him who really the knockout artist, man. Go out there and slug it out. Yeah, it'd be a good fight for sure. It'd be a good fight. It'd be a good fight. Shakur with the KO going to be plus plus 2,000. They like that shit ain't happening. He ain't knocking Tank out. Hell nah. Nah, man, but that man got a beard, man. Some people ain't coming to get knocked out. Tank ain't gonna be no damn victim in the ring, bro. He got all the firepower in the world. I believe for you to knock him out, you're gonna really have to work for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna be no one-shot deal. You're gonna have to work. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to work. It's just tough to see people try to stand up to him. Like I've seen people do it, but only for so long. Like I've seen Hector Garcia have success doing it, but it was limited. It was temporary. You know what I mean? And that's the weird thing about Tank fights. Guys are able to have success and then they get too comfortable, and it's always the same result. You've seen it with Hector. You've seen it with so many. I believe so. That's who it was. Bohachuk and Chamberlain. That's who it was. Bohachuk and Chamberlain. That's who that was. That's right. That's who that was. That's who that was. Chamberlain, man. That's who it was. Chamberlain and Buddy ass, man. Bohachuk. I couldn't think of the name earlier. Requires points being scored right. Stood in the pocket with Arden walking down the time track. Whole different approach to fighting Tank. Yeah, that's a dumb approach if you fighting Tank to me. And I think he knows that. You don't walk down no puncher by any stretch. It just don't make sense to do it. Yeah, you gotta score. You can't. I think if you spending your whole time just trying to get away without no offense, I think you get knocked out anyway. Because that would say that you uncertain about yourself and you uncomfortable with what's going on in front of you. And I think if you're showing Tank that you're not confident and you're uncomfortable, I think that's blood in the water. I think he sees that as like infested with blood in the water, and he is sharp. So yeah, I don't think my thing is if you're not gonna be confident, don't get in there with him because he gonna pick up on that. I think he's experienced enough, he's seasoned enough. You get in there and you timid, and it's like you ain't solid. Yeah, you getting beat up. You gonna get hurt. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get hurt. 100% you're gonna get hurt. Yeah, we witnessed Shockey outbox the hell out of Buddy, man. It was crazy. Thank you versus Tito. Yeah, he just not quite that devastating guy, man. But I do believe he can be an accumulation type of guy. That's it. You know what I mean? I gives a pay to the WBO winner over Shakur. Probably so. Reed. IB, my guy, was good with it. You always here, man. Much love to you. This is the second one of the day, IB. I was live at like 10:30 this morning. We had a nice little bill, and we had to double back, man. Spin the block. You know what I mean? So salute to everybody that pulled up, man, and spent the block with your boy. We got a couple more things we're gonna chop it up on, man. I got this clip. Salute to my guy YSM for the interview. He interviewed Wali Moses. Wali Moses, it seems to say Tank always had issues with, and I'm gonna play it so y'all can hear what he said. Something I seen from 2 days ago. This was done before Shakur fought Autumn, I believe. He did this interview, but it's from 2 days ago. He was pressure, yeah, right. To there, he got a clip firing his jab. Yep, he wasn't being reckless. Nah, he wasn't. It's just the flaw that he makes while throwing that jab. He had a guy in there fast enough, strong enough to capitalize on it. And that's what it was for him. You know what I'm saying? I still have Shakur TKO and Tank late. Damn, GQ TKO, huh? Salute to you, man. My guy, appreciate you stopping doing fair. Oh, I got you. D Kesley, salute. Kelsey, salute, fam. Kelsey, pardon me. D Kelsey, what's good, fam? Get your due. Everybody got to get it over here. Everybody get their just due. You know, GTD, Rise, JBT, salute to the Rise family. You know what I mean? My guy, Senior, Coach Squeeze, and Senior Coach Kenny and Calvin, you know them the guys, man. Salute to the rise. But let me get to this, man. Let me play this joint from YSM. My bad, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this up, man. Salute to my guy YSM, always with the great work too, man. By the way, interviewing Wali Moses, man. He did a little quick interview, man. Gave his assessment on things, something that he felt like he seen. Never been dropped, let alone stop. Yeah, according to top. Yeah, nah. He said it would be about accumulation of punches, clean, sharp punches, and counters. The thing is, man, I'm gonna have to be honest with you. Like, that'd be very risky fight, GQ, and that's that's my guy. That's my favorite fighter. But that's very risky. That approach, like, again, Tank ain't just some helpless guy in there, right? You're not gonna just get the punching on him without no resistance and not without no consequence. So again, I think the goal, like I said, angles, pivots, not staying in front of him. You got to put punches together. You got to pick spots and be smart, man. Because again, once his mind is made up, the fight could get tricky for you. You know what I mean? But it's all about being smart. And I'm always believe in the intelligence of Shakur. I believe in his ability to figure it out. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see. Salute to the queen. Appreciate you, Melanin Queen. Appreciate you, man. Salute to everybody that's participating in the raffle as well, man. We appreciate all y'all. Much love to every last one of y'all rocking with us. My guy, LaMarcus, man. Much love to you, Brody. He said, appreciate the dialogue, my guy. Always appreciate all the support. Salute to my guy, LaMarcus.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Much love, family. You know it. Got to build on it. Just wait to see Shakur transform his body for one fight to put that muscle on watch. I know one thing. I know it was somebody that said they was willing to work with him. I wonder would he be interested in. I definitely got to get him back on here now because there's some questions I want to ask, man. The first time was about giving him his just due. This time we got to get to some things. I want to talk about some things, you know. But that'll be tough, man. Look, I don't think it's a matter of him trying to put on muscle to compete with Tank Davis. I think it's about knowing who you are, knowing your strengths. You know what I mean? And sticking to that. Sticking to that. Damn, not more aggressive, but very sharp. Yeah, being aggressive might go all horribly wrong. You gotta be smart with that stuff, man. Got to be smart with it. Gotta be. Need to go with Bomac. Like a dog where I be trying to catch the clip. I always rock with China. Yeah, I already know, man. Appreciate you as always, Sean, rocking with your boy, man. Much love. I know how that be, man. That's how I know y'all always watching, man. Salute to you, man, my guy. Appreciate you. Shakur never beat Tank. Stop it. Only way to know is they fight, bro. I don't care about nobody feeling like Tank will win. But only way we know is if we see the fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Boy wants to train Shakur. I wonder if that could help. I wonder to what degree. You know what I mean? What would change? And I'm just asking. I'm not saying he can't help him, and but I would like to know what he would try to work on with him. Like it says, transform his body. Yeah, I just know Tank do some gritty ass training, man. I do know that, man. That shit makes a difference too for the fight. That a movement will have to be priority. Absolutely. Resist the habit of pulling out of this on the center line. Absolutely against him because he got the agility to the feet, quickness, reflexes to be able to catch you doing that. And you can't provide him with openings like that, bro. He gonna have fun. He gonna have fun with you. You know what I mean? Right, Kello. That's why I love the conversation as long as it's fair, man. It's realistic. It ain't even about being fair. Just be realistic. I mean, skill and God given talent is a hell of a task to beat. Sheesh, yeah. Yeah. But it all depends on who you talking to. Some people see him as a generational talent. Some people don't. Know what I mean? But I still feel like if you basing somebody not being a generational talent on like something as petty as like not throwing punches, that's a bit tough for me to digest. Like that's not enough for me. You know what I mean? I think what it is I think he has great defense and I think he has good offense. But you want your defense to be your offense to be great like your defense, right? And I think that'll make you more of a threat to anybody. Cash Crypto, what's good, my guy? I mean, a better variety of attacks. Oh yeah, more creativity with the offense. Cash, more creativity with the offense, putting more combinations together. I agree with you. I said the same thing, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Just more creativity and I think more belief and trust in your combinations and your skill set and letting your hands go. Really just flowing in there. You know what I mean? Eliminating those lows in the fight where nothing is happening, right? Because you could eliminate that. I think you're talented enough to do that. You know what I'm saying? Spence transform his body for that fight. Good game plan. Yeah, he put in some dog work. He put in some dog work. Please, everyone. Yeah, that's a fact too. IB. True. And you can't try. You shouldn't try. You know what I mean? Just keep being Irvin Mack, my guy. What's good, family? He needs work on cutting the ring off. Yeah, I feel like he said that because he let the moment. He felt he let the moment get away with not cutting the ring off. But my thing is, I don't think we could really point to too many fights where he had to do so. So for him to say it at this point, it doesn't really surprise me as much as people think. Like a lot of times we just expect guys to be great at certain things because of one reason or another, right? But I think sometimes you can be good at things, but again, if you've never had to use it, you get what I'm saying? It's going to be some work that needs to be done there. I think that's regular, right? I think that's normal. It's just attacking on the center line. A lot of straights where defense on the center line is heavily relying on his quick feet for sure. Guys, great instincts, very good defense and good offense because his instincts. Yeah, right. I think is you saying right what I said, Sean. Good offense, great defense. I think the offense needs to be better if you're dealing with Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with Gervonta Davis. The defense, your offense probably needs to be, more intact for sure. I don't know. It's tough because I think I don't know though. I don't know. It's tough, bro. I don't see an amateur style when I watch him. I don't see an amateur style when I watch him. I don't get that. I don't get that feeling. I've heard somebody say that before, but I don't get the feeling. I think because I don't know what's the amateur style that people are seeing, right? I'm open to hearing this, but I don't see it that way. I don't feel like he had an amateur style. I think why is it because it's the hit and not get hit kind of, or is it the scoring points? Maybe you mean like being economic because even then in the amateurs is at a higher pace. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. See Irvin the Wiz, my guy, what's good with it? Good match, like a Devin. Good 12-round boxing match. For sure. For sure. Always the better the opponent, the better the result a lot of times. 28 problems to have one of the best corners in business. For sure. For sure. No denying it. None whatsoever. No denying that, man. No denying it. That's why every fight should be at a learning experience because a special fighter will make you use all your skills to beat him. And that's why guys got to get challenged accordingly too. LaMarcus, so you can continue to get better and be challenged properly and hone those skills, continue to sharpen your craft. I just feel like you can't get to that destination the same way when you don't have the right guys in there with you, right? That's going to really push you to that limit, man, and make you get on your P's and Q's. What I'm saying is certain guys, you want them to be challenged every step of the way. And I think then you'll really see what they made of. I think Arden was able to test Shakur, but mildly, right? He had it more so his way than anything. You know what I'm saying? He had it his way a lot of times in that fight. So that's why we expected more. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I think this fight is the only fight I could say that with. For me, Cash, where I really felt like he had a guy on the hook and could have possibly got an accumulation type stoppage, referee stoppage, something like that. I think this is the only time I've seen that. No other fight where I really seen that, but this one I could say that. I seen it. I seen some opportunities there. Signature Sounds was good with it. Yeah, man. It's tough, man. Just I want to see it. You know what I mean? That way we know. Or for range and feet make those right shots fall just short. Yeah. Who you have fought is important just to see a different skill set. Yeah, absolutely. Always you want different looks, guys that fight different ways, man. So that you can be tested properly. Like I said, I think this is the only time that I've seen him have to hunt somebody down. And I think like the only thing I could say, you see some inconsistencies in the approach or in the execution because that's not typically his game. You know what I mean? It's easy to understand. So again, I think if it was more of a willing participant in terms of like trying to be in the pocket where it wasn't as much moving, like because it got a little excessive to a point. But again, you know, you got to be prepared for anything. And that's just one aspect where I think he could have kind of fell short at and maybe not prepared as much for Artem Hartunian to come in there moving and survive. I thought he was anticipating a Frank Martin kind of approach. You know what I mean? Where you could go in there and really showcase his skills against a dude that was outstanding. One fight, Tank fights Loma, 3 southpaws and 4 fights. He has seen a ton of southpaw action. He's fighted better than the last. I mean, yeah, that's cool. I feel like to say the best one for last, P Hunter. I want to see Tank. I don't care how he look. Yeah, me too. I think people making too much of a big deal about that. I mean, good fight is a good fight, no matter how a guy looked in the fight before. I mean, yeah, facts, Irvin. Facts, bro. It was a good showing. But let me play this before I forget. Salute the YSM. This is his clip, but this the grandfather Shakur about to speak on some things, man. We're gonna talk about it, man. Let's get to it.
This fight right here, Artem Hartunian. What do you think about the challenge that he brings? And how did you guys settle on this opponent?
Well, he was the only one out there pretty much willing to accept the fight. Shakur been calling out everybody else. There's been no real challenge that really set the task. So he was on the next one in line because we wanted to really probably send a message to Frank Martin to see what he didn't do with his kid. I'll show you what we're going to do.
Talk to me about that Frank Martin fight, Coach. Did you get a chance to see the fight with him and Tank?
Yes.
How do you compare that win over Loma's win to Gambosis? Who do you think had the more impressive win out of the two, Tank or Loma?
Loma, definitely. Because, you look at what he did with Gambosis, and it was pretty much easy, quiet has been kept, Tank has always had a lot of problems with southpaws, like that. And that's talking on the coach's tail. We talk about the coach's tail. But I wish I had to say that anyway. Not anything about that. That's one of the smallest ones. Tank.
So you heard that he said Tank has always had an issue with southpaws. I'm not even about to try to go too deep into it. Like, he's coached, he's been around, he got plenty of years in with Coach Calvin and them, as he said. To his point, I think what he's saying is if you just see what Tank is doing, like what how many southpaws did he fight? What has it been, 3 at this point? So this is where I give him a lot of credit. I know people hear that and they ready to jump down his throat. Like, what do you mean he got problems with southpaws? But if you see what he's doing, he's fighting these guys, different southpaws, different looks. So that's, to me, you know what I mean? You fought 2 already, right? So Loma would be 3, I think it is, right? So, and 3 would be 3 and 4 fights, bro said, P. Hunter said. So, again, that him speaking on that, I don't think that's him trying to slight him. But if you see the way Tank is working and getting southpaw work, that's a guy that's getting better on something that gave him issues. So that just makes him even more dangerous, if you be honest, because you addressing the issues where you're not the strongest at is only going to make you a better fighter. And then on top of that, you see dude going to work orthodox. So you see his work ethic and his ability to learn and try to pick up something and add a new wrinkle to his game. It's all about application, execution, and really repetition, putting that work in. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think. I don't, a lot of people hear stuff, they get too emotional as soon as they hear it. Like, what do you mean you got problems with southpaws? I mean, those guys give them challenges, right? Give them some issues. So what do you do when a guy give you issues? You fight multiple southpaws with different styles while you working your way to the best one. You know what I'm saying? While you working your way, see how I threw that in there, y'all? While you working your way to the best southpaw, you know what I mean? You got, you know what I mean? You get some work in, go beat up Loma. And after that, it'd be only really one southpaw that they really want to see you fight, right? You know what I mean? Cool. But nah, yeah, he did just say Loma look more impressive. I don't think it's tough to say. It's tough to say because Loma dominated, and he did dominate, but Tank had a better opponent. So I don't think it's crazy if somebody says they felt like Loma was more impressive, right? But Tank had the better opponent, right? Frank fighting at 18-0. Frank Martin, I know he was unproven, but Kambosos outside of the Teal win and some split decisions, and that was a split decision. And it's like he just really was a belt holder. He was coming off how many bad performances, so I think that's why I would lean toward Tank being more impressive, not because I like him more, but because Kambosos got beat up twice back-to-back by Devin Haney. Then he got outboxed by Maxie Hughes and got a gift there. So he essentially was coming off 3 straight losses. So I wasn't expecting to see him put up too much of a fight. I knew he was going to get dominated, and that's what happened. But I don't look at that performance as more impressive. Now, I'll say this. The way he got his business done was very impressive. He did dominate this guy from start to finish. I don't think Kambosos won a round against Loma. So it's not crazy to hear somebody say the performance was better. It's just whatever you like, right? But for me, I just lean towards one guy having a better opponent. I just feel like Frank Martin is just an all-around better challenge than Kambosos. I think if Kambosos fought Tank, we all know what happens there. Sleep. So and he probably really go to sleep in that fight for real. So because of the better opponent, I give it to him. Artem versus Kambosos, who wins? Artem. And that's just because I'm not high on Kambosos, y'all. You know what I mean? I'm just not high on him. I think Artem would beat Kambosos. It'd be an interesting fight, though. I never thought about that. It'd be interesting to see them scrap, though. No one would smoke Frank easy and would not have lost a round. I don't think so. I don't think Loma would smoke Frank easy. I don't think he'd smoke Frank easy. And I think the fact that, Loma is not the biggest 35-pounder, that fight would go the distance. You know what I mean? I don't think he'd smoke Frank. Not at this stage for sure. Not at this stage by Loma, but the way Tank dismantled Frank was more impressive than me. It's tough to kind of judge. Like, that's a weird question to ask because the opponents are different. One guy has a new, fresher opponent, dude that never lost. We seen Kambosos not get knocked out before, so it was impressive that you got a guy out of there that never been stopped. But he was getting battered. He just wasn't the same confident guy. You know what I'm saying? You fought Frank Martin at what would be his best at the time of, right? So it's tough to say. But Loma's body of work without losing a round is very impressive. I just don't think of boxing to always try to compare, performances. It's weird to do that. You know what I mean? It's weird to do that, but at some points it's just weird because it's different opponents, different fight. You know what I mean? But both wins was impressive. Who was more impressive? It doesn't even matter. Like Loma was very impressive the way he dismantled and broke down Kambosos without losing a round, leading to a body shot stoppage. Tank Davis gave up a few rounds against Frank, got it back, got the lead, stopped him. Just different fight, different challenge, different scenario, man. Good fights, both of them. GP in the building. What's good with it, man? Spending by. I appreciate you, GPZ, man. Much love, my guy. Much love to my guy. Them body shots would kill Frank. Yeah, them body shots. Oh, yeah, them body. Yeah, Frank don't like them body shots, but I don't think he'll get like, you know, walk through or nothing. That arm has more balanced skill set. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, man. I ain't saying he'll just walk through him, but I lean towards Arnold beating him. Cambosis, that's his best attribute. He's scrappy. And he got heart. He's scrappy and he got heart. You know, I'm impressed with someone that has power from the jump, man. Oh, yeah, nah, hell no. He ain't do that. I mean, the biggest puncher he fought was it Tio? What'd you say, Tio? That was actually a threat to landing the power because Richard Comey couldn't get nothing off at the time. So, yeah, similar to what we saw Loma and Jermaine Ortiz. Right, Loma and Tio, right? Right, Loma ain't just going out there pressing nobody. But again, salute to Wali Moses, man. He say he kind of wish he didn't say that, what he said, but say he had a little pressure with, little issues with Southpaws. But again, that's maybe why you see him getting work in and getting actual fights in with these Southpaws and preparing himself for him the best way he can. That's what's going to make the man dangerous, for real, for real. That's what's going to make him dangerous. Man, these people are wild, bro. These people are really wild, man. The internet is a weird place. I swear it is. Man will beat Frank. I don't know, man. I mean, look, it's a toss-up, man. It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up, man. It's a toss-up. Loma can get those angles off the rip like that. Nope. And one thing about him, when he can't get his angles off like that, his fights are a lot more difficult for him. That's one of the biggest, you know, that's one of his biggest factors in fights is the angles. That's one of the first things people talk about when they speak alone. Best attribute is only attribute. Yeah, he scrappy. He can do some things in there. Like he got some toughness about him, but skillfully, I just don't think that much of Cambosis. That's all. Frank, I could around 111. Franks will have Frank frozen. I don't know. Frank is a good athlete too, man. He got good IQ. I mean, Loma present a different challenge, man. I don't think he'll freeze up with Loma. I think he'll fight with Loma, and I think it'll be a good one. I don't think, especially right now, I don't think Loma just goes in there and washes him or nothing like that. Doesn't let those hands go. I'm telling them, power punchers. Hands in his pockets, official everything. What's good, my guy? How you feeling, Frank? Head movement not that good. He need to work on that. Right? I mean, I shit his gas tank in question too after running in fumes like that. Because he kind of set a pace and wasn't able to keep up with it. That was the interesting thing. Because he kind of set the tone early. He was taking the early rounds. He set the tone and just wasn't able to keep up with it. That's why it's only so impressed I'm gonna be by that. It's still a good effort, but man, if you just only gonna start good to crash and burn, shit, man, you're gonna have a long night. A long night. But yeah, man, salute to Wally Moses. He said Tank always has issues with Southpaws. Like I said, most people hear that, they freak out, they start bugging out. Why he talking about he taking shots? No, he actually turned around and said he wish he didn't say that. He didn't even say it, but so, you know, that's something in the past from a coach's standpoint, something he picked up on. But if there's any truth to that, you will see exactly why Tank is fighting Southpaws and getting that Southpaw work, not just in the gym, but in the actual ring under the lights where it count. And then he goes a step further, and the dude want to start training and working on the orthodox stance, which could only make him more versatile and more dangerous. So salute the coach. Salute the coach for keeping him on his P's and Q's, man. His third hardest puncher, 35, power underrated. I don't think Loma is really a puncher at 35 like that. I think with Loma, he's sharp. He got good technique, and I ain't gonna say he can't punch, but he's not a puncher at 35. He's not a known puncher at 35 at all. Like, you know, this would be the only knockout I think he's got since he's been there. Am I right? I think. I don't think he knocked nobody else out at 35. But nah, I don't think his power underrated. You know what I mean? It's his activity that gets him the stoppage. How come nobody has ever said that maybe the fight is Tanker's fault? See him as easy work because Frank wanted no parts of court, but he was so happy when he took that nap in the ring. He's happy to take a nap, guy, because people start thinking about that melatonin nap. It's going to be an expensive one, so they're going to get paid. And look, Frank Martin pretty much said as much. Not that one guy was better than the other, but he let you know what he understood, what kind of risk Shakur was and how he should have been compensated for it. With Tank Davis, he understood the risk that was, but he also understood that he would actually be compensated for it. So it was an easy decision for him, right? He took the most dangerous fight that you could take at the time, and for the most money that you could get. So I don't think he thought Tank was easy work. I think he felt like he wanted to prove people he was willing to take the challenge, and like he said, his money was secure, so he ain't had nothing to worry about. Did he? Am I tripping like that? His power, he has power. I just don't think he's no puncher. I don't look at him as a puncher at 35. I feel like all of them, Linares, Corolla, Nakatani, Corolla is just not that good. But all accumulation stuff, like not just big power, like volume guy. Right. And McQueen, you already know. In fact, Michelle Rivera has displayed a few different gears than Jermaine Ortiz has so far. Michelle Rivera looked solid in his last fight. I think it was against Lipinets, I think the last time. But right. No, Barry puncher with great feet and good hand coordination. I would consider a master boxer as well. Shakur, right? He just he's very good at see Tank switching to orthodox on Loma. I think it will get him clipped. Oh yeah, now he might not try it against Loma, but I think the fact that he worked on it is cool to see. You know what I'm saying? A guy working on a different aspect of his game, given how far along he is in his career. He's still trying to add to that bag, to that bag that people feel like is already really deep. You know what I'm saying? People be going too hard, bro. This should be boxing getting weird. Loma's a volume punch. Oh man, I seen that. In 2 years, the dude Mason beats everyone at 135. We'll see. We'll see if he even be there in 2 years. I'll be surprised that 2 years later he's still at 135, but we'll see. Frank post that sleep emoji at me dying the nerve, knowing what he didn't say though. Let's fight now. Right. That's why I say official everything. People was quick to retweet and laugh. Al, you see what Frank said? Yeah, I seen Frank get knocked out in his last fight, and I also seen Frank Martin fight Artem, and he had to get a knockdown late to win the fight. I seen that. I definitely seen that. So, yeah, I think they still should fight. The better thing would have been to say, now that you fought him, let's fight. But Frank Martin ain't say that. He putting sleep emojis. And I'm going to say this, and I'm making this bold statement now. Frank Martin will never beat Shakur. Never. He'll never beat him. Never. He probably won't even get the fight, which I hope I'm wrong about. But I hope they do fight, and I hope it's people here, like the dude that passed through the chat the last time that told me to bet my check or bet a check or something on Shakur versus Frank Martin. I absolutely 100% would. I absolutely 100% would. Y'all keep on being prisoners of the moment. Y'all keep on listening to guys go crazy, overly critical on these dudes. You can't even, outside of a few small reasonable critiques, you can't even point to what what was being done wrong Saturday night. It's just a couple little points here, and people are over exaggerating and overblowing the points like they always do when it's him. You know he can't beat Shakur. I think he know too. It's a good fight. It's a good fight, but I don't think he ever beat Shakur at all. At all. I just don't think he got it. He showed me he ain't got the legs in that Tank fight, and Shakur gonna make him earn it. And I don't think he'll have the legs to keep up. I think the fighting in spurts are playing in Shakur's favor, and I see him outthinking Frank and outclassing him. Will it be a good fight? Absolutely, absolutely it would. Frank Martin ain't lay down for Tank. He won't lay down for Shakur. I think the fight could be competitive, but I don't see no Frank Martin beating him at all. I don't. I don't think he got the pedigree. Again, he showed me got gas tank issues. You set a pace and couldn't keep up with it, and you know that's just what it was. So. I mean, man, you know, I'm telling you, that's why I be saying that stuff out of nowhere. A1, I just be seeing little stuff. People be sending me shit, and I be like, man, this stuff is weird. I don't even why I would not enjoy boxing if I watched it through some of y'all eyes, man. Woo, some of these people, not y'all, but the people. I would not enjoy it, bro. I would not enjoy it. Speaking of enjoying, y'all want to see Ryan in MMA? Ryan was out here wrestling, y'all. Doesn't mean everyone can gotta see it. He out there bugging. My son is a nut, man. He be having fun. Yeah, man. Let's see. Frank Martin had his opportunity to say let's fight. He rather critique his performance than say, man, you should fight. He did way better than you did against the same guy. You know what I'm saying? So look, I don't feel like he got to take his legs in that regard the same way Tank did it. There's more than one way to take somebody's legs. And again, I just don't. I seen him in multiple fights fighting spurts. Tank wasn't the only one to do that. I seen him fighting spurts in other fights and be, you know, that's just what he do. Obviously because of the muscles, I believe, right, and how he trained also. But Tank was the most recent guy. He actually beat him. He was the first one to beat him. But in terms of taking his legs, it was a combination of both. It wasn't just everything Tank did. It was him moving. He was moving, and he didn't have a plan a lot of times when he got to the corner. He didn't have a plan, and then no body shots helped deplete the legs. So it was a combination of things. It wasn't just one thing. No, a lot of times people, whatever happens in the fight, that's just Tank. But I think he did his fair share of things to help deplete his gas tank as well. Moving. Like, you get what I'm saying? I don't think he had to move that much in the fight, especially like to stay in it, right? Like if you look at any of Frank Martin's fights, did you ever see any fight where he had to box and move that much? So you mix that in with the fact that I think he was definitely dealing with some nerves, and the fact that Tank was placing those body shots, single body shots, very well. And there you go, deplete the gas tank. So yeah, definitely Tank was a big reason for it, but it's a combination of things for me. You know what I mean? Him moving, and again, he set a pace that he couldn't keep up with. And then you add body shots into the mix, clean, well-placed body shots. You got yourself a dead man sitting in the corner. And on top of that, he was trying to see something, as he put it. Yeah, he was trying to see something. He wasn't trying to see the rest of the fight. That's what he wasn't trying. He wasn't trying to see the rest of the damn fight like doing that. So about 40% of gas. Tank took the rest. Frank nerves depleted about 40% of the gas tank. I think so. Combination, that's all. Yeah, man. Salute to the Queen, Key Alexandria, man. Salute, peace to my guy William Old School, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. So yeah, man. I ain't saying because Tank did. I don't even be making that point. I don't think because one guy did something, the next guy could do it. But why I said that, let me be clear as to why I said that. He's shown me the ability to gas, to tire, to slow down. And despite what people are trying to make it seem like, he ain't take a shit ton of punishment before that. He was getting hit with single shots and he got drained. He was drained. I think mentally the fight was taxing on him. It was a lot he was dealing with. But again, the deciding factor, let me be clear, is Tank Davis and the pressure he's putting in, constantly walking to him, making him feel like he had to box and move, forcing him to somewhat deplete the gas tank. You get what I'm saying? So it was a combination of things, but the determining, deciding factor ultimately is Tank Davis in there. Doing what he do, as Coach Calvin said, doing what he do. Tired than he looked, the dude sat on his ass on them ropes at least 15 times. He did. It's a lot I could say, man. It's a lot I could say, but I ain't about to take away from the performance. Frank Martin did the best he could. It was a good showing, but he got wore down. He got wore down mentally and physically. Combination of both. Him doing it to himself with the moving, fighting at a pace that I don't think he was comfortable with, that he couldn't sustain. And then, Tank accelerated that process by being right in his face and being willing to take his brick hand, as he put it, which Tank said was his best hand, his brick hand, and just hunted him down, bro. Just hunted him down, and it drained him. Yeah, LaMarcus, mental fatigue. Exactly. I agree, yeah. So I'm with you, Cash. Nah, and you know, Tank is one of one. He do what he do, but I'm just saying now I see it. I see that as an issue now. I seen you fight in spurts. I seen you be tired in the fight after setting your own pace. And I don't think Shakur would allow him to set his own pace. Get what I'm saying? So I could see that being an issue late in fights. You know what I'm saying? Even fights that he win, he still fight in spurts. So a guy that you would have to go get, think about it, right? With Tank, you had to get away from him. With Shakur, you would have to go get him. Both things, I think, deplete your energy. Now, how fast is another thing, because Shakur had to do work as well. You can't just rely on him getting tired of chasing you, because I doubt if you be running from this dude. But you know what I'm saying? Just having to track a guy down and possibly getting countered in the process could slow you down a bit too. You know what I'm saying? But I think that mental pressure as well as physical, that's why Tank is a special breed, because he can provide both the mental and physical pressure. You know what I mean? But Shakur can be physical in there, just not in the same way that Tank is physical, right? Two different fighters. But yeah, you know what I mean? He showed the ability to be physical. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is. You go about their work a different way, but I think I could see Frank slowing down in a fight like that because he having to track a guy down. That's all I'm saying. So I don't think he'll do it the same way Tank did it. Obviously not. But if you look at the body work Core just did this weekend, it was great. That's where he hurt Artem, to the body. And I think anybody is susceptible to getting hurt to the body. I think it's easier to hurt guys to the body than it is the chin. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see. I mean, it seems like it's a lot easier to hurt guys, you know what I mean, punching them in their body. Especially after a few rounds don't went by. You did what I'm saying? A few rounds don't went by, dudes be ready to call it quits. Yeah, he's comfortable on the back foot for sure. For sure he is. Frank the Flinch Martin needs more experience, because when Stevenson springs his trap, Frank won't have in-round adjustments to survive. I don't think so either. I think it's just him being limited in terms of experience. I just think it's a couple fighters that he won't beat. But I do think it's a lot of fighters, even with the experience or lack thereof, that he can beat and he'll outclass. Frank Martin's a hell of a fighter. I'm not saying that. I'm not picking Shakur to beat him because I think less of Frank Martin. I just think Shakur is more proven. Obviously, I've seen him do it more times. I lean towards him in that fight. Stylistically, I think he'll give Frank Martin a headache. And that's just what it is. And, you know, I don't like to do no triangle theories. They do got a common opponent. Look how Shakur came forward the whole night. He didn't struggle at all. He wasn't giving up rounds, getting punched in his body. He wasn't getting caught with right hands over the top like I seen Frank did. It was just two totally different fighters. Two totally different guys. And I was able to see that. More important to listen to your corner guys see stuff. You don't always sound like we need Frank versus Shakur fight first. Absolutely you do. Why not, Jug? I ain't against it. Just because he lost to Tank don't mean don't fight the next good guy. He already got some history. Like, you can shut him up for him telling people he ducked you, right? Or you ducked him, right? You know what I mean? I think Frank and Shakur is still a great fight to watch. Great fight to make. If they go to Zepeda route, I like that too. And that is correct. If I got to get out there, stand and look for the game, it's tiring. Yeah, got to be quiet and alert. Believe it or not, it's mentally draining. Yeah, man. Let's see Tank versus Shakur before Frank versus Shakur. I ain't mad at it, though, Bole. I ain't mad at it. But I only say that because I know we ain't getting it. I know we ain't getting it next. Man, when you hear the way he's being spoken about, they creating too many obstacles for why it shouldn't happen next. And that's just the people. Don't mess with Texas. We're good family. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to see it first, too. Don't get me wrong, Bole. But I only say that because I know that ain't next. I know 100% it ain't. 100% I know it ain't going to be in the next two fights. I can guarantee that. They would completely shock me, knock me out of my shoes if they made that fight within the next fight or two. And I doubt it. So that's why I say, in the meantime, we ain't got to be hung up on that fight that we know we want. Let's focus on some ones that we can actually get. Why wouldn't Williams Zepeda be a reasonable option next? You know what I'm saying? Oscar De La Hoya been saying he ready to put him in there. He'll beat Shakur, this and that. Then when it's time to do it, they go somewhere else. And then next time up, they do it again. And then they go in another direction. I've seen him do this at least twice already to my count. I've seen him do this. So I would like to see it. It's a good fight for them. Like I said, while that Tank fight is marinating, because I'm gonna just call it what it is. That's what's going on. That's what there's gonna be some marination going on. The fight ain't gonna be made right now, and it is what it is. So in the meantime, there's still some credible guys you could fight with the likes of Frank Martin, the Williams and Peters, Pitbull Cruz up at 40. I don't think they really interested in the fight, but there's a couple guys you can get in there with. You know what I mean? Not a big stepper. Salute to my guy, Mr. in Pride. Y'all hit that like button for your boy. Somebody just sent me something. What's this, man? What is this? Oh my God, hello. I seen this. The Keller a fool. He wish you could be the free agent. How long you think it will be before his next fight? That's interesting. I think that's going to be determined by where he goes next. You know what I mean? I think that a lot what his next decision is, right? I don't know, do you want to play that free agency role with no backing behind you? It's tough. But hopefully it don't be a long time because that's what he don't need. Yeah, I enjoyed it, GP, man. We had fun. Me and my girl had a lot of fun, man. We had a lot of fun. She was screaming her ass off, lost her voice. She was mingling with the fighters and talking and screaming at the fighters, should I say, and talking to fans, making people laugh. Yeah, so it was fun. It was fighting for the WBO belt. Bohachuk and Chamberlain, Mark Chamberlain. Bohachuk and Mark Chamberlain, I'm hearing, is fighting for that title next. Bohachuk and Mark Chamberlain, I believe, are the two names for that. So that's what they're going to see. And that's just another fight that, he ain't going to get. But, it is what it is, man. You create my raffle card, put your name. Oh. Yeah, so I don't know where his next landing spot going to be. It's going to be interesting to figure that out. Hopefully we get some answers, man. Maybe I can get him back on here, like I said, and we could chop it up again and I could ask him myself. You know what I mean? So, we're going to work on that, man. He got his fight out the way so we could put that together. But overall, man, I think Saturday was fun to watch, man. Outside of the Shockey Foster thing, we had a good night, man. And I hear some people saying something about him going to Matchroom. I don't know if that gets him closer to the fights that he wants. I just don't feel like they do. I don't really know what decision he should make next, man. Top Rank seemed like that situation and relationship kind of ran its course. The way they did him on the way out is clear as day that they ain't appreciate you. At least that's what they're trying to show you, unless they're trying to jam you up to re-sign. Same thing I think they're trying to do with Shockey, with him having one fight left, trying to probably get him to re-back up with them, and they stole his belt from him. So don't be surprised they try to get him to re-sign for more fights too, and I think that's what they're going to do. I think that's what they're going to do. Shakur Pitbull is what I would like to see for Tank. Shakur, I ain't mad at it. Let's see it. Let's see it. If that's what he's going to do, they're going to give us that one. I ain't mad at it. Let's see it. Right? I see. I ain't mad at all, y'all. I ain't mad at all, y'all. I ain't mad at all. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. But we'll see, man. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get him back up here, and we're gonna see if he got any ideas to where he might want to end up at, if he thinking about going anywhere, or if he even got that far yet. I mean, still fresh. He just had the fight. That was his last one. But I know he looking to make moves because time don't wait for nobody, and I know he looking to keep moving forward. So let's see what he really do. You know what I'm saying? I hope he just make the best move possible for him to get the fights that he want. That's the only thing I could hope for. Anything else is, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So we'll see, man. But before we get out of here, man, did y'all see Ryan Garcia attempting to wrestle, bro. Did y'all see it? Tell me y'all seen this silly ass dude, yo. Look at him go, yo. Look at Ryan Westwood wrestling, bro. So what you gonna do? MMA next? Jonathan.
That's points.
What you gonna do? MMA?
I'm kind of on the fence.
Look at him.
Sorry. Oh, shit, let's go, Sean. Trip the other leg. Trip the other leg.
Take his ass. Slam his ass. Exactly. Tired as hell. Look at him. Wrestling. I would never do that sport. I ain't gonna hold you. MMA, never. Wrestling, never. You gotta do too much. Too much, man. That's way too physical for me. And all the wrong things. I don't want nobody laying on me. I don't want you to put me in no holes. Like, nah, bro. I'm cool. Fisticuffs is cool. If I'm gonna get my ass beat, it's just gonna be standing on my 2 feet, bro. We're not gonna be rolling on the ground. You putting me in the scissor, like, nah, bro. Nah, we definitely not gonna be in no type of weird compromising positions, bro. That shit. I'm starting to feel like Bob Arum, man. Y'all hear? Did y'all hear the clip of Bob Arum when he went off about MMA, bro? Oh, Bob Arum shot out. Yo, Bob is wild, bro. He's a bunch of homosexuals rolling on the ground. He was he was going nuts, yo. Bob Arum is shot out, y'all. Bob is a nut, man. I'll be fighting Tank if he stay at 140 and Tank at 135. He ain't fighting Tank no more. Who you talking about? Oh, you talking about Pitbull? He ain't fighting no damn Tank. I don't think so. He probably can do it, though. He could come break his glasses, not his legs. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Break the glasses, man. Even though I ain't going to have my spectacles on, but I ain't about to be getting twisted, balled up. Man, we not about to be playing. Not about to be playing on the ground, rolling on no mats, bro. Like, man, I'm dead ass serious. I'm not even joking. Like, that's never a sport that I wanted to pursue. Wrestling? Nah, bro. I definitely don't need you touching me like that. You know what I'm saying? OG Bob, your Bob bogus, man. Go versus Pitbull with Sal. Hey, I think it would. I think it'll do good. These dudes got to revisit these opportunities and be willing to fight, man. I think he'll box Pitbull. I really do. I think he'll box him. Giovanni Cabrera did it, made him look bad. I think Shakur would do similar. I'll put Stevenson down in the pocket with Haynes. Stevenson being worse than Ryan did. Haynes. Yeah, I'd love to see that like that too, Mr. Improd. I ain't gonna lie. I love to see them fight. I still love to see that fight one day. Hopefully they run it. Hopefully they really run it, man. I want to see it. I want to see it. And y'all make sure if y'all did not smash that like button, you smash the like button. If you did not sub to the channel, make sure you sub to the channel and keep rocking with your boy. Man, another dope build in the books. Some good fights at 40. Yeah. That's what he said. He said he won unifications, Pitbull. Pitbull did. Even Tio mentioned his name. So that's interesting. Tio and Pitbull will be an interesting fight too. There's a lot of fights to be made at 40. They gotta mix it up. The guys at 35 gotta mix it up as well. If you're a champion, fight other champions. That's all I'm saying. And the rest will take care of the rest. So with that, man, we just gave boxing is just due for the second time today. Salute to everybody that pulled up, rocking with your boy, man. We did double duty. Much love and appreciation to everybody in the super chat, the cash app, man. Appreciate all the support. And we going to keep building, y'all. Yeah, we ain't doing all that rolling around and shit. Ace, all love, family. All things, my guy. Miss Joette, peace to the queen. You make sure you have a great night. Salute to the kings and the queens, man. Much love. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all good Monday, man. It was a great weekend in boxing, man. I enjoyed myself. Took some pictures, man. I got to post some pictures. I took a picture with the youngest member of DB3, Keon Davis, Keysahwn youngest brother, which is the tallest brother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Keith Cologne again, man. Great second round KO and your pro debut on the card. Hope to get him back up here soon. Again, he did his thing, man. Happy for him. Him and his pop. Shout out to them. Took a picture with him as well. And then shout out to Vasyl Falcone, who I'm going to get up here as well. I got exchange contact information. Shout out to my guy, Thomas, man. TD Sports Talk, man. Big shout out to TD Sports Talk for connecting the dots and making sure we linked up with some of these guys, man. I rock with them for that, man. Much love to my guy, TD Sports Talk. Thomas, you're a real one, my guy. We got Pitbull versus Tio. Tio's so inconsistent, but I think he'll pull it out, man. I think he's athletic enough. I think he'll move well enough to be able to give Pitbull some issues. I think it'll be a rough fight, though. It could be a rough fight for him, but I think I lean towards Tio. Because just Pitbull just on the totem pole of skill level, I don't rate him so high. He just come forward. He's very aggressive, and he puts everything into all his shots, and he'll catch you. You know what I'm saying? He'll catch you with something, you know what I mean? It's a time for bully talk with JoJo B. So, yeah, I still lean towards Tio. But, man, Jonathan 97, peace to my guy, Ant McQueen. Man, the professor. Appreciate you as always, man. I'll catch y'all tomorrow for sure at 4 o'clock. Peace to the fan. We out.